And it's so funny. I just checked when I did when I first uploaded the Zelda one. It's been 2 years ago, so I'm gonna re-upload it, but adding Echoes of Wisdom and some other like an actual like trailer
Zelda
footage of
wasn't
game.
it can't be 2 years ago.
I
That
mean, it
sounds too
said
short.
it says 2 years ago the last time I uploaded it, but I'll check. But I need to re-upload it and just like I did the Mario one and
It
add
had to be a
videos.
couple months ago. At least it doesn't seem that
No, no, no,
long.
no. I meant to say my old tier list video. That's what I meant to say.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, my tier list video that I did.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about your last Zelda
Oh yeah, no,
playthrough.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to, cause yeah. Okay, I think we're live. Let me see. Hello. Let me see.
I still got your commercial. Oh, yeah. Let's
Yeah, it'll take a little bit to sync, I
starting
guess.
soon.
Let's see. It'll. Yeah, I
I
clicked.
see you.
All right, there you go. Let's see.
And I see you got
Hello.
the Nintendo 64 logo with the
Oh yeah,
64 link.
yeah. I'm just using all my Zelda related stuff that I've already had. So I'm like, oh, let me just put those together. Let me make this bigger.
Thought you were going to add like 2D Zelda. I'll be a
Hello.
lot more knowledgeable for that.
I feel like we're all gonna. I think we're gonna cover both bases of like when, yeah, because I know there's certain games that you played when they came out, and then ones that I played years later. But yeah, it'll.
Yeah, I'm going to be a bit rusty on like Twilight Princess. You know, a few of those. But Odyssey and all that should be okay. It just
Yeah.
you know I no longer have the Wii and all that.
Right.
Obviously,
Oh, okay. No, it's all good. It's all good. Hello, over me. Welcome in, and Alex. How are you doing, Alex? What? Hello again. You're currently at a laundromat, but I have time until my clothes are done, so I'll be lurking. All right. Thank you, Alex. Happy Saturday. How are you guys doing
hey
today?
Liz, you need to change your avatar.
Wait, which?
I'm at least sticking with the theme. You have Metroid.
Oh yeah, I haven't changed it. Hold on. Let me see if I can change it now. Hold on. While we're here.
I'm joking. They're not gonna see your
That is
Swiss
true. Yeah.
avatar.
Yeah, they can even see
I'm
it.
just
That is funny though. And what's funny is I do mainly change it. I feel like I am gonna eventually change it to Zelda related because I feel like I'm gonna end up getting the Hyrule Warriors game eventually because that is canon. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll end up changing it during that time. But yeah,
yeah. This is yeah. I'm not gonna rate the recent one because that just came out.
yeah, no, yeah, I'm not gonna, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
not
just the
impressed with
mainline,
it.
yeah, just the mainline stuff. But yeah, uh, but I'm excited to play that one eventually. Hello, Griffin. I see ya. How are you doing today, Griffin? Oh, wait, did I? Oh, I misspelled it. All right, no problem over me. Thank you for dropping on in. Have a good Saturday. How are you doing, Griffin? And you guys, I linked Joshua's channel in the chat. His link is right there. So today is a collab day with Joshua, you guys. This is gonna be a fun one.
Supposedly, you can't predict the future. We might end up becoming an arch nemesis because we disagreed on a couple of titles.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we were gonna. Yeah, we're gonna disagree on a few things. I know it. All right, so yeah, let me set up a 45-minute timer, and from there we can like, hey Siri, set 45-minute timer.
Yeah, that hour was just a guess.
Yeah, yeah, just to
I'm not
kind of
holding
let
you
us
to
know
it.
like how what we're at, and yeah, we can spend more or less time on things, and if we, yeah, and if you are able to, we can go a little bit past an hour on. But yeah, you let me know when you're ready, because I know, and then yeah, then we can end whenever
Yeah, all right,
you're.
we're 3 minutes late.
Huh?
We're 3 minutes late. 3:03.
3 minutes late. Oh no, or two. That's too long. All right, so yeah, we can begin. So let's see. Hopefully you're able to see this
Oh, I can see your stream. I think I'm on the short side. Yeah, I'm on the short side.
All right, you're still able to see it though, okay, right? 'Cause I made it big enough.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can see your stream. You're sitting in the chair, looking at chat, messing with the screen,
And then okay, as long as
getting
you
your tier list up.
okay, as long as you guys yeah, because I zoomed in all the way into the tier list. All right, cool. And Griffin, let us know if you can hear Joshua just well and myself. Hello, Runaway. It's good to see you, Joe and Audrey. Welcome in, you guys. All right, so let's start with Zelda 1, right? In order, like you said.
Yeah, you just played it. I've beaten Zelda 1
Mhm.
like 10 years back for the Game Boy Advance.
Okay.
Yeah, I had it for the Nintendo too, but and I it's one of those games that does show its age. I mean, you really need a fact,
Exactly, right?
a walkthrough for that because
That's what I used. That's exactly. I mean, I didn't use a walkthrough, but I used a map on my one of my monitors when I live streamed it yet last year.
and what's even funny is that we had no game facts back then. There was no Nintendo Power, so you needed to rely on a friend and really believe his BS on burning a tree down for the next dungeon. I mean,
That's so crazy.
so yeah, it's a hard game.
Hmm.
I mean, you got a lot of beings and everything shooting at you. Link can die in a dungeon.
Yes, yes.
You had to use save states, but I beat it without save states. I had to
Yeah,
do it the hard way.
that's crazy. Yeah.
And,
Oh,
and but I'm not gonna deny it. The game pushed video games forward. I mean, Nintendo had the big three. They had Mario, Metroid, and Zelda. And Zelda was part of that, the big three that helped push video games forward.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And because of and we still feel the impact today, I have to put it in S.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put it in S for now, and then yeah, yeah, okay, cool, cool.
Like I said, I'm not. I mean, if it came out today, we'd be complaining about it being too hard. But this was the era where games had to be super hard.
Yeah, this was the era, yeah, where just games were like too bad you had to like stick it out, just like I guess Mega Man games back then were tough. So yeah, this was the era. Same thing with Metroid.
Yeah, Mega Man is like that too. Forget the robot order.
Exactly, right. So yeah, so with Zelda for me, I played it. I remember I first played it I finally first played it on the GameCube. That collector's disc that my friend had.
Right. It's a pretty price today.
Yeah, my friend had it when he bought one of the newer GameCubes, the silver one. So I played it there, and I think I played it for a good I don't know how many hours I played it, but I remember beating at least 2 or 3 dungeons. So I didn't really get far. It was at least two dungeons for sure.
Until the Switch.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other collection that came out, no, not collection. Where did I play it next? And I think I don't know if I ended up buying it for the Wii or whatever. I don't remember, but I played it. I know I played it a few times on like the other collections that came out or like one of the virtual whatever consoles. But I feel like yeah, I would always try playing it. I'm like okay, I see what it's about. I'm like okay, I'm good. But yeah,
Zelda One's
yeah.
always been getting its re-releases. I
Hmm.
mean, for the Switch, for the app,
Yeah.
to the Game Boy Advance, to the Wii, or the GameCube. I mean, it's always been there on your current system for the most part, so it's never gotten abandoned
Exactly.
like some later titles will bring up.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, and with Zelda, I agree with you. When I finally played it last year. Oh, and yeah, hello, Runaway Rick. It's good to see you guys. I'm doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, there's three different ways to play it, Joe. The few collections, and isn't there one for like connecting the Game Boy Advance or something? But yeah, the
Yeah,
Zelda.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Game Boy Advance. Yeah, you can get for the Game Boy Advance. It's just the game. I've, for the most part. I mean, there are some bonus and qualities of life added to it, but for the most part, it's just the same Zelda game.
Exactly, exactly. And yeah, like you said, it is a tough game. You know, when I finally played it, fully here on the NSO, I can
And save
see
state your way to victory.
exactly, exactly. And you know what's funny? I didn't use a guide like at all though to play the
I did
dungeons.
tell you the bush, yeah, at least that.
Yeah, 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 all that stuff. Yeah, I know I had a lot of help from you, and then there was a few like I want to say at least two other people that you guys were helping me with stuff. But yeah, for the most part, I figured out like the dungeons. Yeah, there was just like no, let's just see how it goes, and a lot of it, yeah, it was probably the out. What is it? The overworld stuff is where I needed help because I was like, well, dude, where the heck do I go?
It's a
And
big overworld.
yeah,
For a Nintendo game of that overworld is pretty big for its time.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like it was pretty big, so that's where I needed help with. Because dude, where do I go? So I had a lot of people like, oh, go here first. It's better to get this item. So that was fun with people just telling me where to go. But I did have the map on my monitor, so that was fun to like. Okay, so I think there was numbers on it, like which dungeons what and stuff. Hello, Reggie. Ever heard of Zelda Ganondorf Dragmar boss theme? Yes, I have. Wait, which Zelda is that one from though? From the Dragmar boss?
What is he writing on that?
Dragmar.
Oh,
Or is it
okay, yeah.
Dragmire? Dragmire? Or
Yeah, I'm busy looking at the Switch. Not
yeah.
really paying attention to chat.
but um but yeah, it was fun. It was yeah, like I said, for the most part, I think it was maybe the last few dungeons. I think it was the last dungeon that was tedious that had a lot of floors that I needed. I somehow figured it out. Yeah, without any guides though, and yeah, all the it was so funny.
Yeah, that kind of reminded me of the Final Fantasy II, the original Final Fantasy. You know, that final dungeon was like 10 floors of BS to get to
Yeah.
the Emperor, and Zelda kind of learned its mentor.
Yeah, and then yeah, so yeah, like I said, I had fun. It was frustrating, but I'm like, it was fun to get that to actually play it all the way through. I like the music was really
now,
good. Yeah, I
now,
like
if you
yeah.
thought one was hard, I played, Link's Adventure so many times, and I never beat it.
Oh really? Dang! It's so funny
I
because
get to
people yeah.
Death, yeah, I get to Death Mountain, and I just can't get my way through Death Mountain because it's either re-loops. If you go one way, you just need to hit the right path just to get out of there. And if you die, after Death Mountain, then you have to redo Death Mountain again when you get back to it.
Oh dang! I didn't know how it was.
Yeah, this is pre save state.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So you said you would give it an S. I would give it an A, but I mean that's still good. Like I would give it an
Well,
A. But
okay, you can give
just
it an A. Like I said, the first game
and they nailed it, right? First
changed.
game, then they nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah, not nailed it, but it changed the format of games to come. So I have to give its respect. Hey, close the door. I think they're being a bit loud. Yeah, forgive me if you hear like voices from the other room.
Oh no, you're good. I
But
actually I don't hear anything. Yeah, I don't hear
oh,
anything.
okay.
Yeah. Um,
I can hear it, but
um, didn't they add save states and also the battery thing that the Famicom didn't? So that was a good. That was like really cool when they brought it to the
oh, you had your
states.
save file, but I have seen other people on YouTube play it, and the biggest problem for the adventures of or the adventure of Link is that it's a platformer.
Oh wait, hold on. Before we move on, yes, Runaway. You can also play Zelda on Animal Crossing on the GameCube. I completely forgot about that. So yeah, so I
Nice that they
guess
released it.
yeah, and yeah, so I
I
guess we'll,
mean,
we'll keep it at S for now, and I guess we can move on to the second one now that we're talking about Zelda 2. But yeah, Zelda 1, great music. You know, the themes were there, the
well, we're still
enemies.
using the music today.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, like I said, they nailed most of it, and like the fact that even when I was playing it, I was having fun. I'm like, hey, this stuff was still, in like Link's Awakening and stuff, and all the way through the series. So they nailed the music, the a lot of the themes, the items and stuff, and just built on top of it. So yeah, it still holds up, and I feel like this will be a perfect remaster in like a still a top down style. Would be pretty cool if they were to redo it. But yeah,
Let's not do a Link's Awakening remaster. I have a few
dude, we
complaints with the
need. Yeah, we need. So yeah, let's move on to the second
the
one.
toy look.
Oh, I know, right? But yeah, we need a okay. So now the second one is a Zelda 2 Adventure of Link. So when did you first play this one? Then I'll let you know when I played this one.
I was about 7.
Okay, okay.
And as a 7-year-old, you just don't know. I remember not liking it because number one, it was hard. I would play Mario 1 and
Hmm.
beat it, right?
Yeah.
But but Zelda 2, it was just Link doesn't have the jumping power as a platformer should. I mean, he can jump pretty good, but there's always like a fireball or something waiting. You get hit one time,
Hmm.
and 9 times out of 10, you're going into that death pit.
Right, right. Okay, yes.
And I'm not saying Link can't make the jump. It's just that it's just hard to make the jump and not get hit.
Exactly. And you know what? This was the era of remember the sequels of popular Nintendo titles always had to be the quote unquote where they experimented or the black sheep
Yeah,
of the
yeah, 2
series.
was an experiment, and I think it flopped.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I
It's the
mean,
black sheep of the family.
yeah, and they have to always, they have to experiment, so they tried. So,
At the same time, it did give us Dark Link. I mean, the final battle, you're fighting yourself.
exactly. So they gave us, yeah, Dark Link. They gave us, oh, okay, I guess they gave us a lot of the moves that he would get in Smash Brothers, all that. They gave us town names, right? They actually gave town names for the first time or something like
Yeah, in the
that.
first game, you had no towns.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even notice that. That's so funny. I had no
No,
idea. Yeah, no towns. Yeah.
yeah. So seeing going to town and meeting the red lady, the joke there.
Exactly. Oh,
Collecting
yeah, I remember
bars.
that. I remember that. Years later when
I
watching
mean,
stuff.
so after the second game, every game will have at least a couple of towns to visit.
Exactly. Thank you for lurking, Rouster. Hello, Carlos, and hello, Daytona. Yeah, now that you mentioned it, and also before I forget, yes, Runaway. Thank you for mentioning that. The original
Oh
Zelda did get
yeah,
a remake, but it was for the Satellaview, and I feel like they should literally just use that and give us that updated,
oh yeah.
Satellaview.
I forgot something else
Yeah.
to mention about Zelda 2 was also a lot of RPG based, so you leveled up like an
Yes.
RPG.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you didn't like collect 16 hearts and you had to level up your sword skill and your shield, like RPGs.
Exactly, exactly. And that actually was they started using that later on, in other games, the latest ones. So they always go back, to the old ones and especially this game, even though it wasn't the popular one, they always took elements of this one too and used it in their newer games. So, um yep,
So
same
what
here,
would you rate it?
Carlos.
I would probably rate. What is your tire? You got S A.
Oh yeah. So we have S, A, B, C, and D. All the way up to D
I
tier.
might give Zelda 2 a C. I mean, it's
Okay.
not bad enough to be a D.
Yeah, exactly. It's not horrible. So like that, I feel like D's like unplayable and like just really, really bad. I agree. I would
Yeah,
put it at a C. And
I'm not
again,
gonna.
yeah, and again, the first time I played it was in those the collector's one with the GameCube. I played it
Yeah,
there. I remember playing it. I think I played it even less than the first, than the part one, where I'm like, I played it for a good hour. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. But like I said, I did like, yeah, the music and stuff, and I did like, the platformer and the way that you go into the 2D sections and you like, you fight. And
yeah.
I feel like
Like I
Link's
said,
Awakening took a lot from this. So when we talk about that game, I feel like they can easily remake that because Link's Awakening literally has the 2D section. So they should really just do it a remake. But yeah.
like I said, D is something. I think you should have an F for certain CD game.
Oh yeah. And then it's funny though because that these are not even in there. But yeah, those CDI games or whatever
Well, I'm
should
saying
be.
like games like that should get or deserve for the D, F,
Yeah, they should be at the
section, and
very.
I'm not going to do that to Zelda 2. So,
Yeah. Yeah,
like, I
those
don't
games
think any of these
definitely.
titles are that bad to get
Exactly.
that treatment. Most of them are going to be in the B, A, or S,
Exactly,
in my
exactly.
opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, this one I think C's good for this one. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I see what's funny is people have been asking me. So I think you asked me, are you gonna play it? I know a few other people have asked me, so are you gonna try this game? I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. I'll play it for like a good 3 4 hours and let's see how far I get. Because all I know is that you have to
You're going to
level
get
up,
to
right?
death.
You have to like level
Yeah,
up.
you can level up, but that doesn't mean you're protected from pets.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I know that, but I just know that the main thing is that people kept saying you have to like grind to.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
fight those blobs to level your sword or
Uh,
your skill level, or easy enemies. In other words, don't
mhm.
just go out taking on the moblins.
Right. So yeah, like yeah, so I'll give it a shot. I'll probably do one stream. Let's just see how far I get and just be like, okay,
Yeah, Death Mountain. My money's on Death Mountain.
that'll be funny. Yeah, because honestly, I don't even know where Death Mountain is. Like I've literally only gone into
Oh, it's
one
right there,
cave and that's it.
kind of in the center of the map, but not really. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
get
See, I
past
had.
Death Mountain, you're technically halfway past the game.
That's so funny. Even Runaway said Death Mountain was a nightmare. Thor's boomerang bulldog enemies are terrible. And those bulldog enemies made return later on too in Ocarina of Time. But yeah, Runaway. Yeah, stay tuned for a stream of this. It'll be fun, but yeah, it'll
Yeah,
be
you'll be
fun.
cussing. You'll be saying a lot of F words.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun because I feel like there's gonna be a few people who are gonna show up and be like, "Hey, I've actually played this. I'll help you out." Because that always happens. So that'll be fun. Oh yeah,
Really?
Thor's boomerang typo probably or
Makes
something.
it so those no, they're not bosses, but those enemies are no joke.
Dude, yes, because I know I played it a few days ago. I just booted it up just to like see how the enemies were and yeah, and then Link's tiny little freaking sword can barely hit. So yeah, it's gonna be
Oh
annoying.
yeah, that's other. At least Link and Zelda One had a sword at least the right size. I'm
Yeah,
not. It's
so
it's not a sex joke, but it's at least he has a good distance to hit his enemy. But
yeah, this one was like
but
really
Link too, he has to get close just to.
to do any
I
damage.
hated that
Yeah, with this
because if
little
you're gonna
freaking butter knife that he has.
because when
Yeah.
you're hitting your enemy with the sword, right? The odds are you're in range to take a hit yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So even when I barely played it a few days ago, I'm like, wow, I have to really get in their face. But yeah. So yeah, Zelda 2, you guys. We'll put it at a C for now. It's I guess, the one that people always have towards the
Hate.
bottom and hate, yeah. But again, a lot of elements
I was
did
gonna
come
say
of
it's
it.
gonna stay at the bottom, and it's good where it's at.
Yeah, same here.
It's not gonna move up.
Yeah, but I can't wait to try it though. I am gonna see. I'll probably do a good 4 or 5 hour stream and let's see how far I get. It'll be fun. All right, next game is
It's
Link
an
to the Past, right?
S.
Let's see, where is it? Where is it? So
Link to
yes,
the
you
past.
guys.
It's an S.
Yeah,
We don't
heck
even need
yes.
to argue over that. I don't think.
Exactly.
I mean,
Oh, I
there
can't wait
was
to talk about this game, but you go first. You go first. This is a
there was
big time
Zelda
S.
pre-Link to the Past, and then after Link to the Past, and this game really pushed the series forward.
Yes, it did.
And there was the Light and Dark World, 8 dungeons, and guess what we got from this game? We got one of the greatest tunes of all time.
Was it Zelda's theme or the overworld theme?
Yeah, Zelda's Lullaby
Oh, it
first
did come
showed
from
up
it. Yeah. We
in
got a
this
lot of
game.
good ones from here. That's crazy.
You got all those crazy weapons, uh,
So good.
and I had this for the Game Boy Advance, so I played this on the Game Boy Advance.
Oh, so this is the first. Okay, so did you ever play it on the Super Nintendo? And hello, Tony. Tony
Hey,
said.
I saw a friend had it for the Super Nintendo. I Now we're talking about the console wars. You know, the PS2
Oh, yeah.
was the NES.
Yep.
So now we're talking about Sega versus Super Nintendo, and I was on Team Sonic, but I did keep the handhelds during the
Oh,
period.
gotcha.
So I got Link's Away or not or A Link to the Past. First time was on the Game Boy Advance outside of playing it over a friend's house. So
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
I enjoyed it.
Okay, cool. So they all, yeah.
It's a great. The Game Boy Advance also added elements from Ages and Seasons, like
Oh, yeah.
It somehow appears on the Game Boy Advance working for the witch.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about yeah, because I played both of these. Yeah, okay,
And it
yeah.
also added the Four Swords multiplayer that you needed chords for.
Yeah, the multiplayer stuff to it. Yeah. Runaway, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like Link to the Past. You prefer 3D Zelda games? Yeah, there's people who are divided on both. I mean, I like both, but yeah. And Tony said Zelda sucks. I know he's
Well,
playing
you
around.
got to remember back then we didn't have 3D games, so it's.
And it depends too what they play. I know there's a lot of people who are young or just in general who never played the older ones and they started with the 3D ones, so I can see that
Yeah,
too.
I get that,
Yeah.
but I grew up during this period,
Yeah. But there's still
so I
people
look
like,
at it
yeah. Hmm.
a bit different.
Yeah, same here. And Reggie said, "Ever heard of Zelda Ancient Stone Tablets?" Yes, I have. I heard of that, Reggie. And then I guess so. Okay, you played it on the 3DS, but you said you did see some of it at your friend's house. You said,
Or
right?
the Game Boy Advance,
I mean, sorry.
sorry,
Yeah,
but
yeah, Game Boy Advance.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I actually played it on the Super Nintendo, but it was still, if I want to say like a few years after it came out, right before the N64 came out, I was still, playing, Super Nintendo. And I remember someone let us borrow it. And I remember back then I was still pretty young, but I still didn't understand these types of games. So I remember liking the music, but didn't know what I was doing. So it's not that I hated it. I'm all like, in my head, I'm all like,
Yeah, it's puzzle based. I
mhm.
mean, when you're like 6 or 7, you're not going. These games, I guess, were made difficult wise for like teenagers and up. So if you're like 10, I don't think you're going to do that well. No offense to 10-year-olds.
Yeah, yeah, but it is one of those types of games where like it's not like for example in my head I'm like, oh, this is even I remember telling myself this is not like Mario or other games that you can just move left and right. This is like a legit adventure game. And yes, Rouster,
Yes.
what sucks is the place that I'm at is called tiermaker.com. for whatever reason, this tier list thing is already small in on the website, so I had to zoom in. So yeah, everything is very low. It's kind of hard to read, huh? But yeah, I made it a little bit bigger, but yeah, that's just how that website is. I don't know why everything is shrunk, but yeah. What's
But
up,
yeah,
Salt? I see you, Salt.
so where would you put it yourself?
Oh yeah, S tier. Cause okay, so I put it on S tier
Oh, you
because
agree?
yeah, because I remember playing it years later when it was in the back of my head. I'm all like, 'cause in my head I'm all like, man, I like the music. Honestly, didn't get far. I remember doing the rain thing and then going into the dungeon, and I forgot what happened, but we had to give the game back. But it was still in the back of my mind, and I remember we borrowed it again from the same friend like a while, like maybe I don't know, months later, and I didn't get. I remember. I remember there was a few times where yeah, it took me a long time to actually beat the game, but I liked it just because that was the first time I'm like, oh, music is important in games. It was that good, and then I just liked everything about it. And I did play the Game Boy Advance one years later. I didn't get all the way through, but yeah, no, this game's an S tier for me. Yeah. Yeah, this game is. I always have this and Ocarina of Time like back and forth as my top Zelda games ever. But oh no, did Joshua get disconnected? Hold on, let me see. My number one nemesis, Salt. All right, Rouster. Yeah, I don't know how long we're gonna be here, but thanks, Rouster. Hello, Yoshi Mania. It's good to see you. Welcome in. You're watching the playoff football soon, Salt. Let's go. Hello, Jigsaw. Welcome in. All right, you guys. Let me see. Joshua looks like he might have disconnected. We're on game chat on the yeah, we're on game chat right now. Let me get out of game chat and re-invite him. So yeah, you guys, me and Joshua, we're doing a collab on a Zelda tier list. Yeah, so this is more of a chill stream today. Oh, it switched networks for you, Joshua. That sucks. Here, I invited you back. Can you hear
Yeah,
me,
it
Joshua?
switched networks. So yeah, it automatically switched back to the other network.
That is
Uh,
weird. Oh, then you know what? Maybe next time on the settings, check it so that I know there's an option, right, to keep it.
yeah,
I
when this
think
is
so, right?
over, I think I'm going to delete the second network. That way,
Oh,
this
okay.
doesn't happen.
Okay.
Because the switch should not be switching networks like this back and forth. It should. I have it on one network. It should stay on it. It shouldn't be like, hey, let's go to the other network.
Yeah, that is very weird. Yeah, it was
Well,
fun. It was fun, Jigsaw, with Sonic last night. I'm Luigi. You are my Bowser. Salt, you're funny. uh,
so yeah, we switched to other network, and it's even though it's no longer activated, it still is technically there.
that
It's
is
just,
very weird. Yeah, what the heck? I never. That is weird.
well, since I'm back,
Mhm.
if I go out, I'm just gonna switch it back again and come back in.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Well, so we were on. Did we get to Link's Awakening yet?
Not yet, but I guess we could move on, right? Yeah, like yeah, this game is for me it's an S. There's a lot of
It,
dungeons. The thing that does annoy me is there's times when I remember even you if you run out of magic, you have to get lucky and get those enemies
yeah,
or
get the drops.
pots.
It's still
That's
RPG for that.
yeah, so that's probably the only annoying thing for me, and I still get lost in this game. I'm gonna eventually probably stream this probably this year, but yeah, because it's been a long time. But yeah, this is a perfect game for me. The music and everything, the bosses, I like this game. S tier for sure. All right.
Okay, now Link's Awakening is my first Zelda game.
Okay.
So for my birthday, my mom got me a present because I just got a Game Boy, and it was a Super Mario Land, and a Link's Awakening. And I still have that I still have Link's Awakening with me to this very day.
Oh, nice. So that's a good nostalgia game right there then.
Yeah, that's a black and white version. I know
Hmm.
that years later they made a colored version of it
Yep. Hmm.
with the different clothes, tunics.
Yep. Yep. I don't know why they didn't add it in here, but I would have put it here too. But yeah. Okay. So, were you able to beat this game as a kid, or did it take you a while?
I only got stuck one time.
Oh, really? Okay. That's
Yeah, I
cool.
was going
Yeah.
through the woods trying to figure out how to find the key
Oh
to
yeah, the
the first,
woods.
and I had to ask my teacher. What do I do? I don't know. I'm just traveling. This was pre-game fact. He says, "Oh, you just sprinkle the magic on the raccoon."
Oh, what?
He becomes Talon, and he was cursed under a spell, and he becomes Talon, and and you're able to get the key.
Oh, okay, okay. Hello,
And that's the only
Yoshi.
time I got stuck.
Okay, so
I
man,
had to.
cause some of those dungeons were tricky.
Yeah. Well, once you get in the groove, you kind of know what to do.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I streamed like for not no, I didn't stream it. I beat this. Okay, so for me, this game, I think I played it not for the first time. I think my friend had it on the Game Boy Color. Yeah, so I saw this game
Right?
in color first, not black and white. So I had a friend. Yeah, so I saw it. I'm like, oh, that looks cool, but never owned it, never really played it. He just kind of showed
Yeah,
me, and that was it. And then years
the true
later,
Zelda, the true Link's Awakening should only be viewed in gray.
no, not what is it? Not the gray and green. That's
Yeah,
funny.
gray and green.
That's
Like
funny.
I loved it. I am real tempted and giving it an S as well.
I mean, a lot of people do like this game. I mean, it is a good Zelda game. It is a good one.
But people complain because it
Mm.
lacks the title character. Like, how can you have a Legend of Zelda without Zelda?
You know, was she ever really mentioned? Was like even in name? No,
She was
right?
mentioned at the start.
What did they say
When Link
about
wakes
her?
up, he goes like, "Are you Zelda?" And Marin goes, "Who's Zelda?" I'm Marin, and I love Marin. I mean,
You know,
I had a
I feel
I had a
like
crush on her as a kid.
uh
She was one of those video game crushes, the village girl.
yeah, the village girl, nice. So I
And
feel
and I
like
and I
yeah. Oh, no, go ahead.
and I loved her singing too. I mean, yes, it was 8-bit singing, no
Oh
no
yeah,
words.
it did sound pretty cool. The 8-bit singing was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, you go to the wood, not the, you go to the center of town, and she's there, and you talk to her, and she sings the Ballad of the Windfish Fist, and I just fell in love with that tune. I thought it was the greatest 8-bit song ever.
Yeah. This game, what is it? Even I feel like games, even though like for example, like have a title of the name, I don't feel like they should necessarily be in there. As long as they're mentioned once or twice, I'm good. Same thing with like Majora's Mask. At least she was mentioned in a
But
cutscene.
you got to see Zelda in a flashback.
Yeah, and I think like, hey, that's perfectly fine. It's still in the world, so I don't mind it. So, and this game, I remember when did I play it? Now that I think about it, I want to say I first finally completed it on the 3DS. I finally
The three.
yeah, because it came out on the
Oh yeah,
3DS.
yeah, yeah. I forgot it's released on. Yeah, they released it on the shop.
Yep, on the eShop, and I'm like, you know what? This is the perfect timing. So I got it there and I completed it. Yes, there was a few times in some dungeons where I'm like, what the heck are you supposed to do? And but
It's Zelda. You have to use your noggin.
yeah, like there's this part where you have to break the pillars with the what is it?
That is my
That
favorite
one
dungeon.
annoyed me. That one annoyed me.
I
That
actually like that dungeon. You just go up and grab the power glove, the upgrade, right? And you just start bashing the pillars, and then you start knocking down parts of the dungeon. It's
yeah.
a tower. And after
Yeah.
you take out like 3 floors, then the boss
That was a creative one
is
though.
there.
Yeah, and that was a creative one after it happens. And there was a like one or two other dungeons where there was bits and pieces like, dude, what do I do? But other than that, the bosses are fun, the music. This is the first time they added fishing, and then they carried over into Ocarina of Time, so that's a staple now. The fishing came from here.
Now I only fished for the extra heart. You really don't need the fish.
Yeah, you don't need a fish, but I'm just saying like I first thought it came from Ocarina of Time, and they're like, nope, and then like it came from this game. Like,
No,
okay,
Link's Awakening, or yeah,
yeah,
that game
so that's
started
cool.
it.
And I guess like that it is a dream and everything, but yeah, this game was still a bite-sized
Oh,
Zelda, and it still
and
worked.
if
So
you steal from the shop, they completely change your name.
that is funny though. I saw that. That is funny. Hi, hi.
And oh, I was gonna say one of my favorite parts is if you beat this game without dying,
Mhm.
Marin's wish comes true.
Oh, really? I had no idea. Oh.
Yeah, her wish was to become a seagull and fly around the world and sing to many people, right?
Oh, right, right.
And if you beat the game without dying, instead of vanishing like everybody else on the island, spoilers here,
Yeah, yeah, spoilers,
uh,
obviously. Yeah.
uh, she becomes a seagull and she flies away. And I thought, I love Mara, and seeing her just become a seagull was just, and seeing her wish where she can sing to millions of people. There was just something touching about that scene.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know
But you
about
got to
that.
do it without dying.
That's crazy. That is, you have to be super careful. Like you have to be aware of everything. That's crazy. Um, and I guess just to mention it, I guess obviously we're gonna put in the black and white one. We'll put in the colored one, and I'm gonna put in even on A tier to the remake or remastered, technically remake slash remaster that came out for the
But oh
Switch.
yeah, like I said, I don't. No, when I played the remaster, I was kind of disappointed with it because they all look like toys, like clay
Oh, okay.
toys.
I actually like the style because it still felt it. I guess because that style that they were going for, especially on the Game Boy. He has they could. I guess they were lifting what Link looked like with this big old round face and two dotted
Yeah, but I
eyes.
would have.
So I liked it. I thought I know people didn't like the style, but it still looked great.
I would have made
Visually.
it like Final Fantasy IV's remake
Oh, I see
instead of
that.
making it look. Instead of making it look toy-like, I would have made it like Final Fantasy IV.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, some people did
Where
have
you're not
issues.
going completely to 3D, but you're still enough 2D.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, and I know you're not the only one. A lot of people liked it, or they're like, ah, this looks off. I'm the one who liked it because it's still yeah, they're toy like and it looked adorable, but it still looked good. Like the textures on everything looked nice, and they added a few things to it. I forgot. I know they added other things. I know they
They
added.
added the color dungeon to it, where you make your own dungeon.
Yeah, yeah, they added that. They added the stuff from the Game Boy Advance, and they added high resolution photos that you would find now that were on the Game
I
Boy
will give it credit. I
color.
do like the opening and the ending. The anime opening and
I was gonna tell
endings
you
to the
that
game.
they look so good, and they show the seagulls there and everything. That looks so good, man. We need an
And
anime
again, you
style.
get that sweet sweet ending with Marin if you don't die.
Yeah, see? Oh man. I think I might have seen yeah, that those anime openings, man. When I first saw that, I'm like, "Oh, are we getting an animated, anime Zelda?" But it was just a cutscene, but that looked so good.
Like I said, I will give it credit for awesome cutscenes,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
the graphics for the game is kind of to me was a letdown. I put that in B, not up there with A. I'm not going to put it in C because it's not that bad, but
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
put it in B.
Okay, you would put it in B. Yeah, I would put it in A. And just to let people know, you can play it on the Switch too, and now it runs even smoother.
Oh yeah, the lag. I remember that. We go into the woods and
Yeah, there was some
Link is
lag.
chugging like a turtle.
Yeah, and it looks super sharp now. It runs at 60, I think now. It looks yeah, so yeah, it looks really like the graphics look even, art style aside, the graphics still look very nice and colorful. Like the water looks very shiny and everything. So that's a good, yeah, yeah. So
So yeah, I put it in B in the Game Boy in the Game Boy Color. I put that in S. So that's
and
where I put the Link's Awakening trilogy.
oh, okay, cool. Now usually it's in here, but I guess it's not. But okay, so yeah, we can move on. I guess to what came next. Was it Ocarina of Time? Right.
Ages and no wait, did, let me look at the release dates.
I want to say Ocarina of Time was next, but you can double check. But yeah, cause I think it was right
No,
after.
yeah, Ocarina of Time should be
Yep,
next.
I remember that. Yeah, this one is another S tier for me.
Let's see, Link to the Past, Link's Awakening. Yep, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. So we're doing them back to back.
Yep, exactly. So what do you think? I put it in S. This is one of my nostalgia ones.
I beat it for the 3D. Yeah, this is the 3DS now. I first played it on the 3DS,
Oh, okay. So you didn't. Okay, okay.
and I still think the 64 graphics still hold up. That they're pretty good. This is actually the first 3D Zelda game, so it was. We're I think where A Link to the Past was for two
Hmm.
D Zelda games in terms of greatness. Ocarina of Time is that version for 3D Zelda games.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. And hello, P Shooter. I see ya. Welcome in. Yeah,
Because
yeah. Hmm.
they really smashed it out of the park. I mean,
Right?
it was
Yeah.
like Babe Ruth hitting that home run in there.
Yeah, like yeah, same thing. Like same thing that they did with Mario 64. They nailed the 3D, and obviously they they freaking they yes, I saw your name change. Salt. He calls himself Random Salt. Oh hell nah, that is so freaking funny, Salt. Yeah, they nailed the 3D. I like. Okay, so I guess how you said you have nostalgia that it was a Christmas present for you. This game, I got it later when this game got reduced to $40. It was a player's choice thing. So I remember going to Kmart and my
Oh
mom bought
yeah,
it for my
they had the
birthday. Yeah, my mom got it
yeah.
for my
You got the
birthday.
original release, and then you get the best collection for these systems back then.
Yeah,
They had like
exactly.
a back then we did not have like patches. So
Yep.
when you had a game, right, and there's a bad bug, and then they re-released the game a few months later called Player's Choice or whatever.
Yeah.
Mostly it fixes the issue.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, they removed the blood, the red blood, and the song with the chanting.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was censored. Yeah, I forgot they censored this one in the
Yeah.
West.
Cause my
Like
yeah. Now it's green blood.
yeah, everybody bleeds green. They're all reptile.
Yeah, my friend has the original one with all the uncensored one. But yeah, that's my nostalgia one. I got it for my birthday because it was one that I really, really wanted. And yeah, this game, man, I would draw so many characters from this. I would read back and forth the instruction manual and see all the artwork for it. Yeah, I was hooked from the very beginning, from the first temple, with the Deku tree. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a long game. And I think it came. I think I ended up buying a strategy guide for it, but
Yeah, you're gonna need a strategy guide for some of those bosses.
like for the
I
most
mean,
part, I didn't have any
play.
trouble beating the first three dungeons. But
No,
yeah,
it's not until you get what the water temple was it?
yeah, I think the water temple. I don't
It
know
really
how I
starts
did it
to
back then, but
yeah when it really starts to pick up in difficulty is about midway, I think.
oh yeah, yeah. Oops. And And then
And then you're just playing tennis with Ganon.
exactly, yeah. And I think because I had the guide, that's the only way I was able to beat the water temple. Hello, Ian. It's good to see you. And yes, happy early birthday, Carlos, for next week. You're gonna be 24. Let's go.
And once again, Zelda got usurped
Wait, what
by
do you
a
mean?
farm
Mhm.
girl.
Oh yeah, the farm girl. Yes.
I mean, I do think Malin is, in Ocarina of Time, is best girl.
That's so
I,
funny.
I loved her.
Yeah, because I know you said you liked her.
You meet her as a kid. You're both kids, obviously.
Yeah, that's
And
cool.
then you help her dad wake up for work, and then she sings, well, the tune for the horse,
Yeah.
Pony's tune, and then you meet her as an adult. When you go to the future, and she's there working under harsh conditions, but she's still pretty cheerful. And you
Mm-hmm.
save the farm. Yeah, you save the farm from the ranch hand, and basically give it to her. And she gives you a cow if you do, if you win a couple of races or speed, not races, but speed, the speed trial. She gives
Yeah.
you a cow
And yeah, now
where you get
yeah.
free milk.
And now that you mentioned it, the pacing of this game is really well done. Like I like that whole, you meet as as you're going as a kid, you meet yeah, her and then the dad and like it all leads up to different things. So eventually when you jump into the future, like you'll get Epona's horse and all that. So I remember I was kind of blown away how they everything just connects. I'm like, "Oh, what? You're going back in time and everything." And yeah,
Yeah,
young
you
Link is
go
still my
back and
favorite
forth.
version of just Link, just the way that he looks. But yeah, this game was like impressive.
Yeah, look wise, I have to give Twilight Princess Link number one.
Oh, for the look, yeah, he looks cool there too. Yeah,
Yeah,
he looks
just
cool.
just look. I'm not talking about game. If I was basing it off of looks, we'll have a completely
Oh
different
yeah,
list.
yeah, just like young Link. He's not I know he's a kid, but he's still like right. I think he's like a teen. He looks like a teen-ish or right before, but I
I
just like
think he
his
was about
look.
10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
just
was
looks
about 10.
cool. Yes, Pea Shooter, interesting list we're doing. Yep, just like we did our Mario list. Yeah, like this game is so good. And again, I just beat this game a few days ago, and yeah, this game was fun. I enjoyed
Yeah, I
the
give it an
bosses.
S.
Yeah, I give it an S too. And how are you doing, Myth? I see you. How are you doing today, Myth?
Yeah, you're going to hear me complain about the next game.
All right, let's move on to the next game. We are at 50 minutes.
Majora's Mask.
50. We're at 50 minutes.
In concept, I think it does okay in concept. But the problem, I basically have two problems: the 3 day cycle,
Yep. Hmm.
and all of the character, or the majority of the characters, are rip-offs off of everybody from Oracle of Time, or Ocarina of Time.
They technically are, yeah.
I mean, they have different names. Don't get me wrong, but they're still the same model.
Yeah, same model. Yep. And yeah, it's okay. So when did you first play this game? When did you first play it?
The 3DS.
Oh, okay. And I have
And I,
something to say about that version. That
yeah,
version's.
I haven't even beaten the water thing because, well, you got. How long does 3 days last? I mean, in play,
In
you
game
got an
time,
hour.
yeah, in game time, I don't remember, but I mean, I
I
always
think it's
slow
about
it. Yeah,
45 minutes, right?
yeah.
And here we have one of the hardest dungeons in Zelda history, and they expect us to beat it. Boss, puzzles, everything in 45 minutes
Eh,
with its water.
yeah. And the good thing is though, you can slow down time, which I always did, to make it double the time. So yeah,
Yeah, I did not learn about that until later.
what's funny is, okay, the first time I played it, I never owned this game. Hello, Aaron, Aaron Neo official. Hello. And yes, P Shooter, the 3DS version is the worst one. I'll put it way below the original, and I'll tell you why in a bit. There's a lot of reasons why the 3DS version is not the best one. It looks nice, but yeah, so
And they
yes, you
use
can
the
slow down time. You can definitely slow down time because I learned that probably after the first, trying to do the first temple. When I'm like, dude, why am I running out of time? And I hated it. Like my friend let me borrow it. He owned it, and coming right after Ocarina, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. You know, it starts off really cool when you're in the forest, and then you get the mask. I'm like, oh, this is like way different. And then yeah, I hated the 3 day cycle, but I'm like, you know what? I kept playing it. I'm gonna force myself to like it because I'm like, I like the beginning. I'm like, I like the beginning. I'm all like, everything is like there, the
Did it
music.
work? That you forced? Did it work?
Well,
Did you
I
like the
okay.
game?
So it was like the off and on thing where I'm like, man, like I like it, but it's like I hate this damn time thing. And then I finally figured out, yeah, you can slow down time. I'm like, okay, this is better. So I kept like, uh, my friend kept letting me borrow it after I wanted to try it again and things. But I never beat it until the Wii, if I remember. The Wii is where I beat it because I was able to do like the saving or whatever wherever I wanted. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's the first time I ever beat it was on the Wii, if I remember. But I
Well,
have
I
more
do.
appreciation for it after I beat it. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now. It was more about the side quests because this one has the
Right.
least amount of dungeons. But yeah,
Now, what I do like about this, and this goes back to the three time period, because this would never happen without the three cycle, right? But one of the best things about this game is that it's a repeat day, right?
yep, yep.
All the characters do the same thing. So if you follow these characters for the 3 days, you get like story arcs of their day and how they deal with the end.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if you follow the sisters, aka Malone,
Hmm.
you follow them around. The younger one gets kidnapped, or if you jump in for the alien rescue, depending on how you do it, and then they all they end with facing their deaths, right? And
Oh
the
yeah.
older sister decides to give the younger sister to become the title of adult.
Oh.
She would always refuse that, but she gives her the title of adult, it, giving her the mask that she gave Link the mask, earlier,
Hmm.
after he saved the milk from the brothers, the evil version of Mario and Luigi.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and I forgot their BS race.
Wait, the which one?
Where you you had the race of the brothers,
Oh, I forgot about that race. It's been so long.
and they cheat.
They do. It's been so long. That's the next game I will be streaming, you guys. But yes, I forgot
So,
about that. Oh my gosh.
I actually had to look online to figure out, and it says it's all about timing. Like you stay at, and then you like zoom, and then you take a break. Like you have to go to top speed at the right time, and then stop at the right time. That way you kind of can then cheese your way at the end. Like yeah, they're slightly faster, but when
Hmm.
you're galloping, you're faster than they are. But you can only do that for so long. So you need to get that timing right just to win the race.
Now that you're saying that, it's bringing me memories of like, oh my god, now I remember it. I was mad when I was trying to beat those way back, and now I remember. Oh my gosh.
And there's a puzzle to it. It's
Yeah.
not an unbeatable,
Yeah, it's not
a bit
unbeatable,
of
but I
a.
remember. I'm like, dude, it was one of those where you had to like go right in front of. Yeah, now I remember. Dang.
But
And yes,
yeah,
P
I got
Shooter.
crushed the first time.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, P Shooter, I agree with you. It's like the same opinion that you have for Mario 64 DS. Yeah. So now that we're talking about this game, the time when they released the 3DS version, they ruined the bosses because now all bosses they gave them a stupid eyeball as a weak point. That was so dumb. I hated that. It's like they ruined the
Well,
bosses. That was not how it's supposed to be. So that's always the inferior version, even though it made the water temple
you're gonna let
easier and
a
stuff.
little eyeball.
Yes, like
I'm joking.
oh, I know, I
Yeah,
know,
I
I know.
agree
Yeah,
with you.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion that bosses somewhat like they were.
Yeah, and they like completely changed them. Like no, the and it was funny because those bosses in the original were harder, and now they made them easier by just giving them a random eyeball as a weak point. It's like no. So that kind of got me mad when I was playing it. I'm like, man, this game looks good, but it's like, why did they add that? But yeah, it was. Yeah, it looks nice, but like, no, I did not like that. But
I don't know why they added the eyeball myself.
yeah, it's like, come on.
I would probably put this at B, maybe a low A. I mean, I have a lot of complaints about it, but I do like the story it tells, even though
Oh yeah, yeah, the
game.
story, yeah. I will still give it a good A too because it's not a terrible playing game. It's just a different game that you have to get used to. Like it's like it's still like I feel like it. Man, when I didn't do a lot of those side stories, but I did like the one with the mom. No, the little girl and the dad. That was a very sad story. Like I do like how it was. Everyone is kind of contemplating what is it? What's the word for it that I'm looking for? Like because
Death.
yeah, they're contemplating their death, but there's another word. I can't think of it. But yeah, they're like, they know they're going to perish in 3 days. So that was very dark and somber for a
It's
Zelda
probably the
game.
darkest Zelda game. When you're looking at it like that, it's probably the darkest Zelda game of the entire franchise, if you think about it like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and it is. It is one of the dark ones. And I like how it's well told, too. So that's what I liked after, when I did, I stopped comparing it to Ocarina of Time, that way. I'm like, what, this is a really, I like how it was about the side characters, and things
Well, I
like that.
never compared it to Ocarina of Time. I just said they're just reusing the character models, and that was my complaint.
Right, right. Yeah, then I guess they, I guess their excuse obviously was just because of the time constraints. But yeah, they could have just easily changed the faces or something. But yeah,
So, how do you want to do the next one? Do you want to do them apart or together? Because these two games, they go together like peanut butter and jelly.
oh yeah, they do. Yes, they do. So Oracle of Ages and Seasons are next, right?
Yes.
Okay, so for right now, in no particular order yet. I guess because they're obviously both different in style. But I bought Oracle Seasons just because the box looked cool. I'm like, you know what, Season sounds cool. I don't know why. I just wanted the box, the red box. So I'm like, I got this one, and then I beat this one on the 3DS. Both of them back to back on the 3DS. But yeah, did you play these originally?
I still have the game carts for the Game Boy Color.
Oh,
I got them
nice,
both at the
nice.
same time. Yes,
Your cat wants food, but give her a little bit.
cat needs food. Give her a little bit. I'm gonna move you around the house.
Okay.
She's
So
upstairs.
I already fed her earlier. I won't overfeed her.
Oh yeah, Carlos. So yeah, there won't be a Smash
I'll
Brothers
be
tier
right
list.
back.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, no worries. Yeah,
I
no
need to
worries.
get the cat and everything. I can't do that with the Switch.
Okay, yeah, no
Sorry.
worries. No worries. I'll wait for you. Hello, Doom. Good to see you. How are you doing? And yeah, Carlos, Smash Brothers won't have a tier list because there's just not too many games to to go through. But there's only what 5 games anyway. But watching football, nice. Salt. How's the football game going? You like Brawl as your favorite pea shooter? The Subspace Emissary was fun, but it did get tedious towards the end. Some places got really hard, huh? At the pea shooter. Glad you're doing good, Doom. Yeah, me and Joshua are doing a tier list. We've been talking about doing this since last year. So yeah, we're doing this Zelda tier list. Oh yeah, you like those games so far, Jigsaw? The A rank and the S rank, right? Jigsaw. But yeah, congrats on your subs, Aaron and Jigsaw. Let's go. It's going meh so far, Salt. Yeah, so far, you guys, for what we have, Link's Awakening is, I mean, sorry, Link's A Link to the Past. One of my favorites is S. Ocarina of Time S. Original Zelda. He had it at S. I would put it at A. But he has Link's Awakening at A. Majora's Mask A. Right now we're talking about Seasons and Ages, which was for the Game Boy Color. And we have Zelda 2, which was for the original Nintendo, at a C. This game was tough right here. Oh, you like Brawl for the single player? You know what, P Shooter? I like Brawl, but I hated the way that you tripped for the single player mode. That was too much, so random, but it would ruin it. I don't. That was the worst mistake Nintendo did. It was the tripping, especially for a fighting game. Having random things like that is like that's a no. Oh, Myth. Guess what?
I'm back.
Welcome back. Myth, me and P Shooter, who's in the chat, we did a live stream of the best Mario game tier list. We did the mainline games. I think it was last year, right, P Shooter? And then I re-uploaded my list as well, so you will find it in my channel, Myth. Me and P Shooter did it live, and it was a long stream, and it was fun. So yeah, welcome back. So yeah, on to Oracle of Ages and Seasons, and it was assisted by Capcom. Oh, sorry, yeah, Capcom and Nintendo, you guys.
The passwords. They were originally going to do a 3-game, like we had the Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons, and then we were going to get what, Oracle of Time or something. I forgot the third title.
Oh yeah, they were planned for a third one. I forgot.
But it was the password system was too complicated. There were 3 games that they canned the third game and just went with Ages and Seasons.
Yeah, and you know what? When I found out they were doing 2, I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, I remember seeing the games at the store. I'm like, ooh, the art style looks so good. But yeah, I went for Seasons, and you said you went for Ages, right?
I had them both.
Oh, you had them both. Oh, okay.
I loved Ages more than Seasons.
And it's funny because years later I figured out, well, I didn't know until after that Ages was the puzzle one and Seasons was the more actiony one. But I like Seasons more, I guess for nostalgia reasons, but I guess because it was more actiony, I guess. I don't know.
I played Ages first because Nayu just, she's on the cover of the game with Link, obviously. So I thought she looked pretty, pretty.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I went with and I like Nayu. And she had a bigger role in her game as the Oracle of Ages. Now, Jen, as the Oracle of Seasons, she has a great design, but her problem is that she shows up, dances with Link a bit, gets kidnapped by Onyx, and spends the rest of the game in a crystal orb thing just spinning around.
That is true. I completely forgot about that.
So you don't even get to know her, where you're kind of hanging out with Nayu for most of the, once you rescue her, which is about a little less than midway. I mean, I'm not going to say you save her midway game, but you a bit earlier than that.
Yeah.
I think around about the 3rd dungeon, memory. I mean, I'm not going to mention these games pinpoint because it's been a while.
Right.
But, yeah, about the 3rd dungeon, you save a Nayu, and she helps you, and you spend the rest of the time with her trying to save time, pretty much, from the queen, or not the queen, but from the witch. What was her name?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I forgot what she has a specific name. And yes, Aaron, I have played a lot of GameCube games. Aaron, yep. I still have my second GameCube. My first one broke. It stopped working. And yes, Smith. Yeah, that was a good question though. But we did a Mario tier list already. Yeah. But yeah, that witch.
She jumps into people's bodies throughout most of the game, controlling this or that person.
And what else? I remember. What is it? So I beat Seasons, and I do like the cutscenes that they have. The stills, how like that was really cool. That looked really nice, and the graphics were a step up above Link's Awakening. It looked really nice.
Color, it was for a Game Boy Color game, that was pretty good. So
Yeah, right.
you know,
And I mean, it just looked really nice. The intro cutscene, and yeah, the music is good. I like the characters they added in seasons, like the little. I like how they added the what is it? The Gorons looked adorable. The animal buddies were kind of cool. The
now I
bosses
do
were
like
fun.
the lava people
Yeah, they were cool. I
from
like
season,
that. Yeah.
and I love the Goron dance over their dance.
Oh yeah,
Each
the
game,
dance.
like ages, they gave you the Goron dance, and they go like, you gotta prove yourself to be a brother, and you
Oh,
gotta have the moves, before they accept you.
right, right.
So you go to the dance hall and you're doing the dance mini games with the Gorons.
Hmm. I forgot about yeah. I mean, this game was it
And
was creative. Yeah.
it was a lot more rhythm based. Were the what were they called? The Samorians?
Yeah, I
The
forgot the.
lava people. It was just basically left, right, and then hitting the action pose button at the right time. It wasn't as challenging as the Goron dance.
Right,
It,
exactly.
I'm not knocking it. They're both fun for what they are, but that Goron dance is was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Hello, Emerald. How are you doing? And then also I remember. Okay, so I do like so the difference is I guess seasons you played with the weather, so you can change things from from like summer, fall, winter, and spring. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that was cool. I thought that was so
if
cool.
you're stuck, you just hop on a stump and change it to fall and climb the vines. It's
That was cool. Yeah.
ages. It was a complete puzzle because you had to stand right at a certain space
Hmm,
to go
hmm.
forward and back in time. Like a mountain may be there in the past, right?
Yeah.
But it will not be there in the present. So you got to know your landmarks when you're, especially when you unlock the harp's full power.
Hmm.
Where you can just go back and forward. So you got to know the landmass between the two
Yeah.
planes to get to the end.
I got lost a few
Or
times playing Ages, but yeah.
like I said, I put ages over seasons, but I'm not knocking seasons.
Yeah, and what's funny is a lot of people put Ages over seasons, but yeah, I mean, I like. I mean,
You're,
I
you're
have. I
probably the
yeah.
only you're probably the only person in the whole wide world that says, yeah, Seasons is the better game.
Exactly. Because it's the first one I played, and it's funny because I ended up beating both games back to back on the 3DS because they released them there right after Link's Awakening. I was on this Zelda thing. I'm like, no, I want to catch up. I think it was right before. I want to say I did this right before Breath of the Wild was coming out because I wanted to catch up, and those were the last few games that I needed was Ages and Link's Awakening at that time. And what was funny is because I had already beat Seasons way back in the day, I'm like, you know what? I'll start with Ages first, and then I went to Seasons, and then I did the whole what do you call it? When it connects, and then that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you did the password.
Yep.
Did you play the games completed?
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Yep.
Have you done it both ways? Have you done ages to seasons and then seasons to ages?
No, I just did Ages to Seasons. Yeah.
You need to do it. Okay, you need to replay it, but do seasons first and then go back to ages because there's storylines that you miss if you.
Oh, there's storylines. Oh, because I mean, if I
Side
remember,
storylines.
yeah, because I remember watching all that
On
stuff
both.
on YouTube
Yeah,
after
yeah,
I did that. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, on both sides of the game, right? So
Hmm.
even if you do ages to seasons, you're still gonna miss stuff, and when you do
Oh.
seasons to ages, you're gonna miss stuff too. But by I guess playing the game 4 times,
Oh my God!
you get
Heck
the
no,
full
that's crazy.
you get the full picture. Like one of my favorite things is that in seasons, right, or was it aging? The captain, right, the skeleton captain and his crew. He's talking about his love his lost love, right? And he's always searching for
Oh,
her.
uh-huh.
And depending on what order you go, you actually find out. Do you know who his lost love is?
No, but now that you remember me, I remember the captain, but no, it's been a minute, so no.
He's looking for his lost love, and in both games, obviously. But if you go from ages to
Hmm.
seasons, you find out. Should I even spoil this? Is my question.
I mean, oh yeah, I guess we
Uh,
should let everyone know this is very spoiler. We have to,
well, Queen Abby is his love when you
Queen
go from
Abby.
ages to
See, I
seasons.
don't even know who that is, Queen
She
Abby.
was the uh, she was the queen that got taken over. She's
Oh,
the queen of the past.
that's cool. Okay, that's cool.
So yeah. The witch takes over her body after you save Nehru, and then you have to save the queen at the end of the game.
Okay, okay. That's cool.
It's the ages storyline, but if you do ages first and you go through her storyline and then you go to the seasons in a game connected, yeah, the captain, his love is the queen,
Oh,
and
that's
she's
cool.
always looking for that seafaring man as she calls him.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That's cool.
So
Yeah.
they reunite, and then the moment they reunite for that one thing, he spends all this time looking for her. He reunites with her, and he goes like, "I gotta go," and she goes, "I understand. You're a seafaring man, and I just can't hold you on the land."
That's funny.
It's keeping them on the land.
Yeah, that's cool. That's funny. Yeah, I don't remember because it's been literally since the 3DS.
Yeah, like
That
I
I
said, you got to play it from ages to seasons to
Y-
get it.
Yeah, and I remember like what I like to do when I beat those two games back to back. I remember watching so many videos of like all the stuff, the cutscenes and everything connects and all that and all. But yeah, it's been a while, so I forgot everything. But other than that, I
I
mean,
do
these games are fun. The bosses were
I
tough
do put them
too.
in the I do put them in S because I love them. I do,
So you put
I
them in
probably played
S.
those.
Mhm.
Yeah, I played them more times than probably any other Zelda game.
Oh, okay.
Including Link's Awakening. I mean, like I said, when I saw, were you playing Ages on stream one day? And I was like, yeah, I remember all those puzzles like the back of my hand.
No, no, I was playing Link's Awake. No, what was I playing? I forgot what I was playing, but I just went to the screen just to show people, like real quick, like the intro, like the very intro part of like one of these, and that was it. So yeah, no, I never really like streamed it. I just kind of clicked on it and went in like the beginning.
Yeah, I
But
saw
so,
somebody playing it years ago,
but
and
no,
I was
yeah,
like, wow, I remember all this. That meant I played it pretty often to know.
yeah. Oh, so you know it. That's crazy. Like, and like I still have it. I still have it. How many years later? Over. Let me check. The year came out over 20 years later. Look, I still have my copy. Oh no, wait, no, not this one. But this is the Minish Cap. I forgot what happened to my
2001 is when these games came out.
Yeah, never mind. I don't know what happened to it, but we'll talk about it when we get to Minish Cap. But yeah, it's been yeah. I forgot what I did with it, but I guess yeah, we could move on to the next one is Wind Waker. Now we're moving to the GameCube, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. So yeah, I mean, I would put these games in yeah, almost. I would put them in A tier, but yeah, these games are fun. I mean, yeah, so S tier is good.
Wind Waker.
Yeah, Wind Waker for me. I got this. I have the special Kmart pre-order edition where I got the what is it? The Master Quest for Ocarina of Time and everything, and the guide for this game. But where is it?
I think this was the first time where this particular Link was not the chosen Link, so to speak. He had to make his own quest. Be his own hero, so to speak.
Right, right.
Like all the other links, you know, they had that mark on their hand, like, look, you got the Triforce. You're a
Yeah.
hero.
Ooh, Pea Shooter puts
That's
this
the
in S
gag.
tier. Nice. Okay. Yeah,
This
this
link
is
did
yeah.
not have that. He had to make himself the hero.
Yeah, and that was pretty cool. And I do, and it's okay. So I guess let's start. Um, uh, oh, we're getting rated by Rouster. Okay, hold on. Let's. Hello, Rouster. I thought you guys were gonna keep on going because hello, Rouster. Thank you guys so much for that raid. Hello, Scott. Hopefully you had fun. I still have you guys here on my laptop watching you guys. Welcome in, Rouster and Scott. Let me put up my raid screen real quick. And then again, you let me know on your time, Joshua.
It's 418.
Okay, so yeah, you let me know so that if we need to hurry up on like, you know, like the, for example, we'll hurry up on the Four Swords stuff. But yeah. But
So, I know when the game first kind of came out, people were complaining about the way the game looked, you know?
oh, I'm gonna give you. I kind of had that idea too, but I'll tell you later. Yeah.
Yeah, they said it was like too cartoony,
Yeah.
too chibi, I guess. But it eventually grew on to people after a while.
Hello, Neil. Yeah, it did, and now it grew on me too. But what did you think when you first saw it, and when did you first play it? Hello, Helpmeister. I see you.
Oddly, I think the first time I played it was the Switch.
Oh, so you? Oh no, you weren't there when it with the controversy. You weren't there. You weren't there with the controversy.
It was kind of the what generation was this game in?
So this was the PS2 Xbox era.
Yeah, I was at
2001.
That time, I was playing. Yeah, we were only allowed like one money wise, but yeah, I had the PlayStation 2 at the time.
Oh, okay. So you were. Oh, okay. So yeah, okay.
It's one of those.
So it was one of
but
those.
I-
Okay.
But I do know the story, and
Ooh. Okay.
and
So
I
you
have
know.
seen gameplay of it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's basically a water world Zelda.
Yep, it is a
If you've
water
seen the
world.
movie.
Okay. So yeah. So
So, what do you think of Pirate Captain Zelda?
okay. So I have a few opinions on that, but yeah. Welcome in. Thank you so much, Rouster. You guys check out Rouster, another great content creator with his son who plays. He's been playing a lot more games recently: Mario Kart World, Sonic, and he mainly plays racing games. But how are you doing, Helpmeister? Thank you, Daytona Neil, for coming in for the raid. I appreciate it. Thanks for the 10 like hype, you guys. I am doing a collab today with Joshua. If you guys want to check out his channel, he does a lot of retro games, which is pretty cool.
Lately, it's been fan service games.
Yeah, exactly. So check out his channel, you guys. We're doing a collab today. We've been talking about this since last year. Okay, so here's the quick rundown of Wind Waker. I put this in a high S. I mean, sorry, a A, not an S, for one particular reason I'll name later. I mean,
Okay.
I would still put this above, Zelda, the original Zelda, but I know you wanted it in S, but I would
I'm
put it.
looking at it from its time period, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not going to be looking at the original Zelda. You know, I'm looking at you know the impact of the series
Right, right.
more than
Then I guess I
and-
would,
and
yeah.
love or hate it.
Yeah.
You know, love or hate the original Zelda, it's probably one of the bigger impact titles of the series.
Right, right. Then I guess, yeah, the impact for this one. Hello, Piplup, I see ya. How are you doing? Thank
Well, that's
you.
bias.
Yeah, how much data are you
But
using?
I-
Help, but yeah. For this game, okay, so I bought it on the game, so I got it on the GameCube, and I was one of those, Joshua, that I was somewhat hating on it, and at the same time pre-ordering the game. Isn't that funny? I was one of those
Yeah.
where, where I was reading magazines a lot, and I would see that, the realistic Zelda, I mean Link and Ganon fight. and thinking,
Yeah, well,
oh,
you
we're gonna
gotta.
get that. I didn't see the actual because I didn't know what E3 was, right? But I saw it in the magazines, and I'm all
Well,
like,
you gotta remember,
oh,
you had Oracle Time and the Majora's Mask as the standard for 3D games, and then you have this new console, right? This new generation, and you're getting graphics that are not as good as the Nintendo 64.
right, right,
Look wise, I'm not talking, I mean, the map is pretty big and expansive than
exactly.
the 64 games could ever wish. But when you're seeing like cartoon looking Link, and Chibi's Pirate Zelda,
Yeah, and yes, I agree with you, P Shooter. We'll be getting to the B with the B tier list soon. Watch.
I probably put it in A or B ish.
I would still put it in A and not S for one reason: the ending, the whole collecting the treasure. This game it's unfinished. It's been already, what is it, documented. This game was rushed and unfinished. So it was there was a cut dungeon where you meet the Jabu Jabu. He's just literally in one of the
Right.
mountains. So it's like, and even me playing it back then, I'm like, oh my god, why are they padding this game? Buying the treasure maps, you have to pay for everything. Finding all the pieces, that was tedious even back then. Luckily, I had the one I ordered had a map. Hello, Windscar, welcome in, and hello, Gage, and oh, sorry, Jigsaw, I had it on black. Sorry about that. Thanks. I'm back, Jigsaw.
She
I'm
just
back.
makes Link her cabin boy.
I know, right? And yes, Sir Piplup, there's literally never been a bad Zelda game. We're not counting CDIs because Nintendo didn't make those. But
Oh,
yes,
come on. We need to put that in S. The
imagine on S
CDIs
tier.
are in
I know,
RS.
imagine. Oh, you're watching.
It's so boring. That's the great line right
That is funny.
there.
But yeah, you guys, this series, there's literally never been a quote unquote terrible playing Zelda. Even with, Zelda 2, it's just, a bad Zelda, like in terms of like,
Yeah, even the
but
bad Zelda gets C.
yeah, so that's pretty dope. That's why it's highly regarded. But let me
Yeah,
see.
I'll go with A. Why not?
Yeah, I go
A
with
sounds
A.
good.
Yeah, again, this game has amazing music. The art style obviously is timeless now. I was hating on it at first, but at the same time,
It's a
I'm all
it's a
like,
style that grows on you after a while. So it's
yeah. And especially after going into the lava, what is it, the volcano, and I seen the boss and like the heat distortion and everything, I'm like, oh, this game is like, that's when it grew on me even more. I'm like, oh, this art style is like really good. It looked like an animated movie, but yeah, this game was a really good one.
it also had a sequel in the Phantom Hourglass. So
Oh, and you know what? Is that the next one that we're moving to? I think it is, right? Or was it Four Swords and like Four Swords
no, Four
Adventure?
Swords.
We can talk about this one quickly. Four Swords Adventures or the Game Boy Advance one, right?
I played the Game Boy, but I needed a few friends for that.
So I guess we can put these together because it came out around the same time, right? It's Four Swords for the Game Boy,
Yeah, Four
and
Swords
then
was
yeah,
originally started on the links a link to the past as a bonus thing
yep, and
for
it was okay.
multiplayer.
And I remember playing it, and I thought it was okay. I want to replay it because it's
It's
been so long. I could probably do it
it's not
online.
meant to be deep.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, it's not meant to
it's just meant
be.
to be an online thing. I guess I could put it to B.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna.
yeah.
It's not
It's not
bad
terrible.
like
It's just,
Zelda 2, but
yeah, it's not there. Yeah, and I would put Adventure of Link.
it's fun. It's a
Yeah.
fun game, but it's just you need buddies.
Yep, I know, right? Welcome back, Griffin. And I actually played this way after it came out, but I don't remember much. But I'm actually thinking of doing this live stream. If anyone wants to join me during the live, I'll end up, playing this because I'm like, I just remember it being okay.
Yeah, they did remake it. The Four Swords, or made a new Four Swords. or as its own game instead of an add-on,
Yeah,
like like they did for the GBA. So
yeah,
I think both of them should get about a B. So
yeah. And I would put the Four Swords, the GameCube one, a little bit above because I actually owned that game, and me and my friends, luckily, each one of them and their brothers had. So we played this four players with four Game Boy Advances on the TV, and riding on the horse was fun. The bosses and stuff, some elements were from Wind Waker, like the 3D effects and stuff. This one was a little bit better. Like it was more substantial. So this one
and
was
I
fun.
needed three other people with the game connectors for mine. Like I said, we didn't have internet at that. Oh, we did, but it wasn't for handheld.
Right, right. And
So yeah,
yes, Windscar, I know you beat this game last year, right, on NSO. Yeah, it'll be a fun one for us to stream if anyone wants to join next time I stream this because it's been too long. I want to just
so yeah.
yeah.
Like I said, me and we all had a link to the past for Game Boy Advance, and we just decided to say, hey, let's give the multi game a try. So we got
Hmm.
we got the cord out, connected the four Game Boys with the four carts, and we had a blast with it. We didn't beat it, but because apparently we all shared the same health bar. It was pretty chaotic.
Yeah. And yeah, I just remember having fun with riding on the horses with the Game Boys, and then you get your own little screen when you go into caves with so that was fun. But
It's a good multi game, but I'm not going to put it in S or A. It's probably B, a
yeah,
low B.
yeah,
But
low B. And I guess the next game is Twilight Princess, right? Because we're in the GameCube era still. Like, no, this is gonna be the Wii GameCube.
Menace Cap should be
Oh,
next.
Minish Cap. Okay, so Minish Cap. I say this is a high B, maybe A. It's been a long time. I have it. Like I said, like I bought it, and I remember there's stuff that I liked about it, and there's stuff that it's just I only played it once, and that was it. So there's things that are memorable and some things that I just forgot about. But what do you think about this game?
I think Menace Cap's problem is that it was released for the Game Boy Advance,
Hmm.
and it was released during a time when Nintendo was releasing A Link to the Past, Legend of Zelda, and many of its older Zelda titles on the Game Boy Advance. I just think it just kind of got
It got lost, right?
lost behind its remastered or remake titles that they were releasing. I mean,
Right. Doom says low A. And no, I will not do a karaoke stream. Daytona, heck no. Not a karaoke
the
stream.
Link did have a pretty interesting cap.
And yeah, and you know what's funny? Okay, so I bought this game, I still have it like 20 years later. I still have this game. I
Right?
love the art style. I feel like it's a underrated Zelda game and it's available on the NSO GBA. You guys, if you have the GBA or the expansion pass for the Switch, I say play it because a lot of people haven't had a chance to. The art style, I really really like the way when you shrink, things are just it's like Honey I Shrunk the Kids.
Right.
Like it's like everything's big. This game would be amazing as a remaster. Can you imagine like just seeing things just overgrown and things? That was a really good idea. But yeah, like I guess it did get lost. I liked it. I only played it once. I feel like I'll eventually replay it just because I remember bits and pieces of what I liked. Like just yeah,
Being on a
yeah.
budget, going to the store, I go, do I just buy Menace Cap or do I get, you know, I kind of skipped it because I did get the Link to the Past and Legend of
Oh,
Zelda.
right, okay. And I do remember some
Like I said,
enemies. Yeah.
it got lost in the remasters for me. So
Yeah, I would still put it low A, maybe B. I'll decide on. I don't know. What do you think? I would put it low A. It's not a terrible Zelda game. It's a really good one. It's just, I guess it's not as memorable. I mean, for me, it's memorable because I like the cap. What's his name? His name
Yeah,
is
I mean, he holds his
Eslo.
own sword.
Eslo was a jerk. He's such a. I don't know if it's a female. I can't remember if it's a female, but
I
I
thought it
think
was male,
I
but
think yeah, I think it is male. Yeah, he's such a jerk and he's funny though. He's always yelling at Link. I thought that was a really cool idea that that's his hat. So I really like him because he's always talking to you but also guiding you, and the art
you
style is
think
really good.
you think Mario Odyssey they were playing this and they're like, maybe Mario needs his own Zelda hat.
I know, right? I know exactly.
With Cappy.
Exactly. Yeah,
Only he
Daytona.
couldn't control people with his hat, but it still talk to him.
Yeah, yeah, no, Daytona. Yeah, Eslo, not the streamer. Every time I see his name, that's what I think about is the Eslo hat, Daytona. Yeah, Eslo is male, Piplup. And Jigsaw, yeah, no, not this game, but yeah, Jigsaw, give The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. It's on the Super Nintendo for the Nintendo Switch. You'll like this one. Try this one. Link to the Past. All right, so yeah, we can move on, right? For this one,
Yeah,
what's
I have
next?
nothing much to say about it because it just kind of, to me, it just got lost with the remasters and remakes of that period.
And I feel like this one, I would really like to. I'll stream this sometime this year, you guys, just because it's been so long and it'll be fresh. Because, oh, now I remember some of the enemies were very bland. They were like some of the newer enemies, they just weren't very uninspired. But a lot of cool weapons and items in here, though. Because I know, Windscar, you played it in another game. Yes, another Capcom Nintendo collab right here that they did, but it was still a good one. I liked it though. All right, next
Yeah, it was a
one.
great, it was a
Yeah.
great, it was a not great, but a pretty good game for
Hmm.
what it was.
Yeah, it was very whimsical. I liked the music, but so what's next? I think next is.
Twilight Princess.
All right, so I have a few things to say about this one too,
It's
but
either
yeah,
uh,
I would.
it's either the
Yeah.
greatest Zelda game there ever was, or overrated.
So
you
for
know how
me, yeah, so for me it's not
yeah,
an
that's how
S
the fan
tier.
base
So for me, it's not an
has
S
it.
tier. It's a
It's
high
going
A
to S.
tier.
To me, it's probably going to go into S, but still, at the time, I thought it was pretty good, and
Yeah,
still
same here. Same
is.
here. Yeah, same
And
here.
it may be a bit overrated, but even if it is overrated, I still have to put it into S because look, Wind Waker was a kind of a letdown on its release, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm doing the historic facts. We may have put it in A, but we can't deny that many fans were upset with it.
Yeah,
But
they were.
Twilight Princess blew everybody's brains out.
Yeah, they did.
It was like if you were going to get one Zelda game, this was it.
Yeah.
It may not have been as like open world as a Oracle of Time, Ocarina of
Yeah,
Time may
yeah.
not have been
Ocarina of
as
Time. Mhm.
open world, but we were also during the time of the Final Fantasy X
Yes.
hallway. Princess is a bit more open than 10, but it's still kind of hallway kind of gameplay.
Yeah.
But the graphics were cutting edge for the time. I think Zelda, or not Zelda, but Link looked the best that he ever did. I mean, even to this day, I think that's the best looking Link. And you also had the backstory of what happened post
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Ocarina of Time. We know because of this game, Link, the hero of time, did not settle with Zelda.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is true.
This game gives you all the hints that it was Malin and couple
Oh, see, I
because
didn't even know that. Yeah.
the hero of Twilight is a direct descendant to the hero of Time.
Right,
And
right,
if it
right.
was had the hero of Time married Zelda, that he would have been in the castle with Zelda and royalty. But
Yep.
because he married that cute farm girl,
Yeah, I didn't
he's
even know
there.
that. I had no idea.
He's there in the farm, listening to an ancient family tune, which is obviously Malin's song.
Oh,
And
see,
he's
now I'm gonna
there.
want to watch all that some
So,
video
so, so,
explaining
so
that.
this game gives you a lot of backstory. It doesn't tell you outright. You just got to put it together.
Yeah.
On what happens post Ocarina of Time.
Exactly. Yeah, so
Like,
that's what I liked about it too. Like, yes, Griffin. That's a every time I hear his name too and say his name, I think about Eslo the Hat from the game, Griffin. But yeah, like okay, so this game I remember when it came out, yes, I was excited too. And yeah, finding out years
it,
later that yeah, that one that
yeah,
gives you the
years later
moves.
it does die on you.
Yeah, it doesn't
You
hold
see
up. Yeah, it doesn't
it's,
hold up graphically compared to
but
Wind Waker, but yeah.
but I still put it. It's still a great game. I still put it as. It is still one of the games that did push the Zelda franchise forward.
Yep.
Uh, Going back to Final Fantasy, I think Twilight Princess in more ways is the Final Fantasy VII version of
Oh.
Zelda.
Mhm.
If that makes sense.
I get you. I
Like
get you. Yeah.
even when people talk about Final Fantasy, they talk about seven and kind of forget everything else.
Right.
And Twilight Princess is kind of the poster child of the entire series, in a way.
Yeah, it's funny because it's so funny. Well, in my so okay, let's talk about just I guess quickly. This game has the most dungeons of every Zelda game. I forget how many it has. It has a lot.
Yeah, I mean Zelda has always been about its dungeons. I mean,
Yeah, and it has a lot. And this
I
game was
love the
famously.
glider thing that he had. You know that little glider
Oh
spike
yeah, the little
spinny
the
thing.
Beyblade, the spinner, the Beyblade. Yep.
I mean, they had some creative weapons for that game, so it's. And then he had to tear that boss apart and then take him out with his own sword.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
Piplup.
so it had some creative boss fights and weapons, so
Yeah, this
that I don't
game.
think they
Yeah.
brought back.
Yeah, and okay, I remember when I played this game, I was excited to ride on the horse again and then shoot and fight on it with the sword and arrows. This game was held back so it can be on the Wii and everything was mirrored so it can have the whole
Oh
waggle.
yeah,
So
I was
yeah.
mentioning games stuck on their own systems.
Yeah.
Earlier, I said we'll get to that later, and that just reminded me, like, yeah, this game has not had like a remaster update. I mean, we can't play this on the Switch.
And you know what? I never played the GameCube one. I saw a friend played a little bit, but I stuck, with the Wii one and I liked the aiming and everything. I know it was mirrored, but if they release it on the NSO,
It it needs a Switch released.
yeah, I feel like if they do put it on the GameCube, I feel like it might. I think it will eventually. I'll play it because I heard
Yeah.
it's the best one, the better, the original.
We'd all fly to Japan and go to the Nintendo, the company, the headquarters, and just like lay out in the street or something until they release it for the Switch.
Imagine. I mean, we did get Wind Waker on the Switch though. We got it on the
Yeah,
GameCube
we,
app,
we,
so I
we
feel like
got Wind Waker, but
I feel like we'll get Twilight Princess on
I'm
the
gonna
GameCube.
tell you something. I was actually kind of disappointed. Like I wasn't thinking of Wind Waker. I was like, we need Twilight Princess. I'm happy Wind Waker got its release. Don't get me
I
wrong, but
think we'll get it.
I really wanted Twilight Princess because that is the only major title, outside of handheld,
Mm-hmm.
right? That we're missing here.
Yeah, and I feel like we'll get it, but
And,
Nintendo's drip feeding everything, so it's gonna be slow, but we'll get it, I
and
think.
Zelda's getting its 40th anniversary this
Exactly.
year.
So I think they'll
So
drop it around the time, maybe as part of it. You know what I mean?
for the 35th anniversary, we got a Skyward Sword. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like. Oh, and before I forget, yes, Piplup. I know if someone mentioned it earlier. Piplup, someone else. Wind Waker HD on the Wii U was a really good one. Just to remind you guys, that's another way of playing it. If you guys have a Wii U, it looked really nice on that too, and they fixed a lot of issues. And yes, Twilight Princess HD is available as well on the Wii U. But yeah, and yes,
yeah, but
Windscar, it was mirrored for the Wii. I liked the motion controls where you can aim with the arrow and the hook shot and the what is it, the slingshot and everything. But yeah, it was completely mirrored from the GameCube one. So yeah.
so yeah, even though a bit overrated, I do put it in S. But
And you know what? You
you
okay? You
you
put it
said
in S.
A, I
I put it in
guess.
A.
Okay,
Yeah,
A,
I put it in
A,
A.
A.
Yeah.
That we did put it in S on the first week.
Wait, what? You know what's funny? Okay, so this is weird because I remember when I played right after I remember after beating playing this game I still liked it still impressed me was Wind Waker though. There was something about Wind Waker's music that I loved a lot, and then going to this one, it was like to me they were like on an even playing field for different reasons,
Right?
like art style reasons. Like I like how Twilight Princess had really good cutscenes. I don't know if you guys like. That was the first time they added a lot more, and it was darker. Um, like the cutscenes with Zant and Ganondorf. I'm like, oh, that was impressive. Oh, and yes, Midna's. I think Midna. I
It's
think this is, yeah,
flexing, yeah, showing its muscle
yeah,
for the
yeah.
newer system.
And then also Midna is probably the best partner in my opinion, like that we've ever had, because like Midna has a really good development all the way through like the end. Like I don't know,
So
I
let's
like
throw on
Midna,
a Phantom Hourglass.
but oh yeah, so that one's next, right?
Yeah, I
Okay.
have that one on the DS. I've beaten it. I love it despite constantly going back to the same dungeon. Getting further with new items and new equipment. I do love the game. I do love the overworld of the water.
So yeah, Phantom Hourglass. Yeah, so yeah, Phantom Hourglass. Man, this is
I put
yeah
it as a
direct sequel.
B, but
Yeah, I put it right
like I said,
below Minish Cap. There was things that were so annoying about it, like some of those puzzles. Like, dude, how the heck are you gonna figure this out? Like without like,
well, you use the touchscreen.
yeah, the touch screen. That people hated that. I didn't mind it, but it's like I get it. They were trying to do something different.
They were showing off the touchscreen,
Some people would even
and
put this at a C
I
tier.
basically love sailing around and doing what was that goofy your goofy sidekick in the blue coat? I forgot his name.
Oh, well, that pirate, the wimp
Yeah, every
guy.
time your boat gets raided by this female pirate, and he's there hiding in the barrel,
Yeah, yeah, he was
and he's like,
funny. He was funny.
yeah, and he tells you to deal with it, so you deal with it, and then he hops out and taking all the credit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did do that. Oh, yeah, Cerulean Piplup says his name is Lineback. There we go, Piplup. Yep,
Yeah, I
Lineback.
thought he was hilarious.
Yeah, he
I
was
loved him.
fun. The characters were in there were
He
really
was a
cool.
coward, but I loved him.
Yeah, it was goofy. He was fun. The music was good. I hate that you had to return to the stupid tower every single time. That was tedious. I remember when it
Yeah, I
it was
mean,
so dumb.
had it been the traditional 8 dungeons or whatever, that would have been okay. But its biggest flaw was going back to the tower to complete the story, because the main story was basically getting new items, returning to the top tower, get further into the tower, retreat, get a new item
Mm-hmm.
or an upgrade or whatever. Like I remember, well, you had a breathing problem. I forgot. Was it a breathing problem? But you were losing health at this point
Oh, that's
in the dungeon, right? You
right.
had to retreat. You had to get the health upgrade or whatever. That way you could just go back to that certain section and beat that certain section without dying.
Yeah, now that I remember, there was this purple stuff that kept draining your.
Yeah, like I said,
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, now that you said that,
It's
yeah.
been a while, but I just remember losing hearts in
And
that
that was,
section, and
yeah, that was
I had to
tedious. Oh my
retreat
gosh.
just to get. I think it was a code. Did you get like a vest or something to protect yourself?
I don't remember, but now that you're bringing it up, I remember it was one of those where I kept dying. And I'm like, okay, I need to memorize where I need to go. I know you can. The more you come back, like after a few times, like you can skip sections here and there, but it was still tedious. I
You're
remember.
still backtracking.
Yeah, exactly. Backtracking, and yes, Windscar. Did it have multiplayer? Did this game have multiplayer, Windscar? Or are you
I
talking
don't
about?
think so.
No. I think it was talking about maybe adding multiplayer mode to this game. But
Well,
yeah,
I guess you
no,
can have
yeah,
pirate wars. You can have your ship versus your friend's ship, and you can just
yeah,
cannon your way out.
yeah, yeah. Pit Club, the Temple of the Ocean King. Yeah, that was the downside. I remember the bosses were not bad. Some of those puzzles, I remember I had to go online. Like, really, you had to close. There's one where you had to close your game to do like a printing of a map. That was
Oh,
creative, but it was like, wait, how? Yeah, some things
yeah,
were
you had to.
annoying.
Yeah, but the problem with that particular puzzle, it depends on what what version of the DS you have, because nowadays your DS, some versions don't close.
Oh, really? Oh, that's right, huh?
So if you put that in, right, if you got one of those DS or 3DSs that can play DS games, obviously,
Oh,
but if you
yeah.
put that in and your 3DS is not a closing kind, it's a
Mhm.
one screen,
Right,
you're not going to
right.
be able to do that
That is true.
because your DS doesn't close.
Oh, and Pip-Up said local multiplayer mode, you can trade ship parts and treasures with people over Wi-Fi. And yes, Phantom Hourglass did have multiplayer. I forgot about. Yeah. Oh, for
That was
multiplayer, I do not.
that was in the single player mode when I was
Hmm.
beating it.
Right. And yes, and yes, Salt. GoldenEye has goated music. That music is fire. But other than that,
But
this game.
I'd
Imagine
rather
if they
be
remade Phantom Hourglass in like a modern Wind Waker style, because it is a direct sequel, and they make it, where you can actually go
I'll
every.
split the dungeon into 8 parts and just
Yep.
throw them all around the map.
Yes, but or you know what? I say instead of eight, just four parts, less tedious and just you know.
I was doing 8 because that's the dungeons for most Zelda games, so I was going
Oh,
to go 8.
true. And I would just make it into like an open world, just like Wind Waker was, where you can actually go wherever you want, and yeah, and make it. It would be a good sequel to Wind Waker if they like went all out with the graphic wise and stuff. But yeah, this game was okay. I played it once. I'm like, okay, it wasn't bad. The boomerang, controlling the boomerang with the stylus was pretty fun. But other than that, what's
So
the
do you want
yeah.
to choo choo?
Now this game? Okay, well,
Spirit Tracks.
I would put Phantom Hourglass in C. I would put Spirit Tracks in B because I like this game.
I put them both in B. Like even though I had, going back to Phantom Hourglass, even though I
Yeah.
had to constantly going back to that dungeon, I did enjoy it. So it
Mhm.
wasn't,
Yeah, it wasn't
that
terrible. Yeah, it
bad.
wasn't terrible. Yeah, but when I played
That's why a
Spirit
low
Tracks,
B.
yeah.
But Spirit Tracks, I probably put in B as well. Because I never thought, like who would have said, we're coming up with a new Zelda game. What do the kids like today?
I know,
Trains.
right? Trains. And what's funny is
So
like it worked. I don't know. I liked that the
it worked.
overworld theme is so good. Have you guys ever heard of the music? Listen to the music for Spirit Tracks. It's so good. But yeah.
Basically, they replaced the water world area with a train. Like a train. A train track kind of world. It's kind of hard to explain.
And it is annoying. I do like realize that it is annoying that you don't have much control because if you go one way and you miss a stop, you have to go all the way around. And I get it,
Well,
but
it is a train.
yeah,
It's based off of real life. if you're on a train and you miss your stop, you're just SOL.
Exactly, exactly.
Like when I was in South Korea, right? They rely on the subway system, right? And you got to be like right on point to know where your stop is at because if you miss your stop, you're just going all the way around. You know, it's
Yeah, I guess that was the
what
only
it is.
downside, but other than that, I remember that if you guys look up the bosses online, they were really creative. They were I remember having like a lot of fun with the bosses.
Yeah, they were creative with the bot. Most Zelda games do have top bosses.
Yeah, and like I remember there's one where you fight a big old spider in like a tunnel in your train, and that was pretty dope.
Oh, that was the 2D. It's a 3D game, but I think this one was a 2D version, right? The camera view.
I forgot. No, no.
Part.
If I remember, like you're like going forward, and the bot. If I remember, the spider boss is coming like towards you and away from you. You have to
Because I
look up the
remember,
bosses because I know it's been a long time. But yeah, there was a
because
spider
I believe there was
boss.
a 2D boss fight with the train in the 2D.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm gonna have to relook it up because I remember there was a
It's
part.
been like I said, I haven't played Spirit Tracks for years actually, so I'm vaguely
Yeah, no,
very fuzzy on it.
Yeah, no, I remember there's one where you were literally going around it and like it was coming towards you in a tunnel. But I'm gonna have to look it up again. Yeah, just because like the bosses were that fun in this game, especially the end boss to this game was good. It was really good.
So,
But yeah, and not a
should we jump
Culver's
into
mukbang
Skyward?
Daytona. We don't have a Culver's over here. I don't know. We don't have a Culver's over here.
You need a Casey's.
I know you told me about that too. We don't have that either.
But now we're getting to one of my all-time favorite games, the Skyward Sword.
Okay, okay, yeah, you guys. So yeah, we're moving. We have those at B tier, you guys. Now Skyward Sword, and yes, Piplup, you remember it? It's through a tunnel, exactly. Shadow of the
So,
Colossus.
like I said, it's been about 10 years. Spirit
Yeah,
Tracks is about 10, right?
yeah,
Or 15. So I'm going off of a very fuzzy memory. So
right, right. Where would you put it if you were to grade it right now? I would put it at an A, but
with Skyward
yeah, I would put it at an A.
Sword,
Yeah.
really, you're gonna put that's so low.
But here's the thing
It's
though.
going to S.
But see, here's the thing though. Remember how we're talking about when it was released? It got a lot of hate, and I agree with it. But then then the
But
parts
then
that
I
were
played it
praised.
on the Switch, and that just fixed all the issues.
But the thing is though, but I get it though. But then again, we could say that to all these when they got re-released, where like they can get dropped down here and there.
The Wii version, if we're splitting them into different ports, I put the Wii maybe A, but the Switch is definitely going into S
Yeah, that would go way higher. But I feel like originally,
because
yeah,
my big complaint for the original version is that they rely too much on the hand motion, and
right, right.
and the Switch fixed that, and so it became to me a lot more enjoyable experience since I no longer have to be moving around.
You were true.
Not
And you
saying
know,
I'm out of shape or anything like that. It's just sometimes I'm not in the mood to be hopping around, swinging my arms.
and I get it. You know what's funny? So the whole motion control thing, I like what they were going for. I never had an issue with it, but even I got like tired. We're like, okay, we should have had an option. But the thing, what they
And
did
the
with it,
Switch is
yeah,
your option.
yeah, exactly. Hello, Jaheim and Troy, welcome in.
Now I
Um,
love the story.
oh, dude, that's what I was
I
gonna
do think
say. Yeah.
Zelda is the best Zelda in this game.
Yep.
I just love her charm.
Yep.
Like at the start of the game, when she's talking about love and the hero and the goddess,
Mm-hmm.
and that Link is supposed to take the dive off the tower thing. Instead of Link's there thinking like, should I take the jump? And Zelda's like, nah, I'm just gonna push you off.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, she was such a play. This is probably the most playful playful Zelda of the entire series. Now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, she was something, you know.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. Like this game, okay, so this game, this is probably the best. This is the origin of the entire series. Is how Hyrule
Well,
started.
technically, there was a story before this one because when Zelda's talking about the hero, the spirit of the hero, and the spirit of the goddess, which Zelda and Link are both the spirits of these
Oh yeah,
legends. So
yeah,
technically, in the timeline, this is the second game, and we never really got the origin game yet.
yeah. And maybe you never know. We'll eventually we'll get that. But I guess like in what is it in the actual I guess timeline physical games,
Ready.
this is the
Right.
origin of Hyrule, how Hyrule started. So that's why it's like the first in the entire timeline. But I get you though. There is like something before, but like
Like
as
I
of
said, it's
now,
technically the second.
yeah, technically the
And,
second. But yeah, what is
but
it? Because
and
Hyrule
then
never
you have
existed in
your
this world. Yeah, Hyrule never
you
existed
also
here. So
have your sword and Ganon's sword, and they were both spiritual beings.
oh, that's
And at
right.
the end, they both become these sword. You get the master sword from your side, and Ganon gets his sword, and you're fighting his version of the sword.
Yeah, that was a cool idea. Like the with
She becomes the master sword at the end, and that what was her name?
Fi.
Idol, right?
Her name was Fi.
Vi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she becomes the master sword at the end, and I thought that was such a great twist.
That was a really cool twist. And you know what I also like? You know how in the Shield, ever since Ocarina of Time, the red bird has always been
Hmm.
there as a sign. And I like how in this one they actually turned it into like part of the story. I'm like, wait, what? It's cool how they like even that little detail is actually part of the timeline now or whatever. So that was cool.
And we need to talk about the best character of the game,
Groose.
Goose.
Yep, Groose.
Goose. I
Yeah.
love Goose. I love it when he first goes to Hyrule, right? Technically, it doesn't have a name. And so he's there saying, I declare this Goose land. And I'm like, yeah, from now on, every Zelda game, this isn't Hyrule, it's just Goose land.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Like even he had a good character build up from the beginning. He was like a bully and
Yeah,
just
he
like
started off as a bully, and then he realized that he wasn't meant to be the hero that
yep.
Link is, and decides to become the best supported character, to support the hero that he can with his tools.
Yeah.
And yeah, I hated him when I first met him. Like he took my bird,
Yeah.
put him in a cage. But at the game's end, I just fell in love with him.
Yep, Piplup, exactly. Yeah, Joshua and Piplup. Yeah, and that great character arc for Groose for sure. And yeah, like you said, Joshua, best Link and Zelda like relationship wise. Even what's her name, Impa was pretty cool.
Oh, Impa, yeah, you got old and new Impa. I mean,
That was cool.
she passes. I felt sorry that she passed at the end of old age at like
Yeah, that was sad.
300.
Oh, and yes,
And like,
Windscar. You said you if you do get a chance to play Windscar, I say play the Switch version. They fixed a lot. It's the first Zelda game to be at 60 frames per second, like a mainline. What is it? The full 3D, like before the what is it? Echoes of Wisdom or Link's Awakening. It's the first Zelda game to run at 60, like a full 3D Zelda game, and they fixed a lot of issues in it. But I would say play it if you want a traditional Zelda game. Now, remember I talked about what I hated about the game even back then? I beat it twice on the Wii.
right?
I did hero mode and normal mode. Dude, you can definitely tell there was padding the way that you had to keep going back and forth to the same area. I know there was
Yeah,
different
hero
sections to
mode
do.
is you can't heal in hero. I mean, you can't like hearts don't pop out on hero mode. I mean, you kind of have to potion your way through.
Yeah, potion. You have to be extra careful. But yeah, like oh man, I hated how you had to go back to the same area like 3 times. You can just tell it was like padding because they didn't have enough. Like I don't know. That was the only part.
Yeah, when you're defending the temple, yeah,
That
defending the
part was
temple.
annoying
So
too. Yeah. So that was like my thing was
the first time
uh
jump too hard, but once he grows toes, then that's becomes.
Yeah, so those parts were tedious. Oh, what did you eat, Troy? What was the what did you eat? What did you have to eat, Troy? Yeah, that was the only thing is like you can tell they wanted to make it longer by just then getting those fishes underwater were freaking annoying with the swimming. It was just those sections towards the end, the last probably 5 hours were just too tedious for me. That was the thing that just really I hated. But other than that, it had really good bosses. But yeah, and then the end boss with Demise was so cool. But yeah,
So what do you think about? So yeah, I'm putting that in A. I know you switch S, we A, and you're just going with A in general.
yeah, I put it in
So
A. Yeah.
so what about a Link Between Worlds for the
Oh,
3DS?
and you know what? Perfect timing to kind of explain the whole love and hate thing with like where Zelda was going. So this is the time people were realizing with Skyward Sword that the formula was getting stale. So people were even calling it this
Yeah, Link.
the era of Nintendo's losing it. The Wii was actually like dying in sales. People are like, oh, Zelda's also gonna, they're going downhill. They need to change the
Yeah,
formula.
the Wii.
Even I noticed, like, ooh,
Well,
they better switch it
the
up.
Wii
And then
wasn't
this game came
dying
out.
because of Zelda. It was dying because of other issues.
Yeah, yeah, no. Well, you know how people exaggerate they were
I'm
dying,
not blaming Zelda for that. It's
but people were getting the Zelda fatigue where they were like, oh, it's too formulaic. They haven't changed enough in years. And even me, as someone who's played a lot of Zelda games up to that point, even when I was playing Skyward Sword, I'm like, ooh, this game is getting. It's too familiar. There's nothing new, but I saw the little elements they were adding. Like the little wheel, the stamina wheel. I'm like, oh, I can see where they're going with
right.
this if they push it further. So I kind of see where they
Well,
were might have where they were
well, we won't
going,
see
but yeah.
that stamina wheel until 2 games from now. You know.
Exactly. But there were still elements that I noticed. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I can see them pushing it, but it's like, nope. There, and I can see why people hated Skyward Sword. They're like, yeah, it's too boring. There's nothing like besides the story, not story, but the
The story is
gameplay. Yeah.
great. I'm not sure about it being boring. It is a very beautiful world.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. But just people in general, they were just bored, quote unquote, of the Zelda formula not changing, and I agreed at the time too, while still liking the game, but noticing like, oh yeah, if they do another one of these, they're gonna lose people even more. But and that's where I guess this game comes in, A Link Between Worlds, where it fixed a lot. They did a lot
well, it's
of
kind
cool
of
things.
like Paper Zelda.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly,
I mean,
and yeah, I like that
to
they,
me, this
yeah.
game was way too different. Where everybody was saying, yeah, Zelda's getting stale or whatever.
Hmm.
To me, this game was way too different for my liking. I mean, I do not play Zelda for Paper Mario World, so to speak. I did not like the idea of Zelda just being part of the wall, or Link, I mean,
I
being
thought
part
that
of
was
the
a cool
wall.
idea. No, I thought you were gonna be like,
That was way too Paper Mario like. Come on.
no, I think it fits well because it's magic. This is magic. I thought this was cool.
Yeah, it's no,
I
they
thought it was
stealing gameplay from
creative. I
Paper
thought it was
Mario,
creative.
stealing gameplay from Paper Mario.
Oh my gosh, that is funny. No, what's funny
But
is no, I thought, man, when I played this, I'm like, yes, they're going back. Because in my head, I'm like, when are they going to go back to the top down Zelda? And when they went to this, at first I was disappointed. I'm like, why are they reusing the Link's Awakening map? Just do something new. That's so dumb. But it was different enough, I guess. And the
it
different
was different
world,
enough.
yeah.
But I'm not even quite sure that this game captured anybody, so to speak.
Honestly,
I mean,
no. If you like go back, this
it,
game was
it,
praised by a lot of people. Like, it was one of
it just
those.
got overshadowed with the next game in the series. I mean, you had a Skyward Sword,
Yeah, yeah.
the previous game, and then this was kind of like a bridge, but then it really kind of got forgotten
I mean,
with
yeah.
Breath of the Wild.
Well, okay, so here's the thing,
I'm
like,
not saying
yeah,
forgotten
yeah.
among Zelda games, but nobody mentions it when they talking about Zelda. It's this game hardly gets mentioned, you know.
No, well, I don't, cause watch when I played this, I remember like video game sites and just people in general were like, man, like they kept getting a lot of high scores, and I know obviously Zelda, cause it was like the next big 3D Zelda, but like, um, I don't know if you go back, it was. I guess just the same way I guess certain games get overshadowed by the next big one. I guess right up to that point,
Yeah, but
this
Breath
game
of the
was still yeah.
Wild was a big one.
Oh yeah, no, it is a big one. Yeah, no, it's a big one. But I'm just saying, like when this game came out, it got a lot of people like really like hyped up for like just because the way that you can tackle the dungeons any way you wanted, just like the old times. Because people were
Yeah,
complaining
you
that
really had to
Nintendo.
think outside of the box for these dungeons. You know, this wasn't like a top down because now that you're able to merge with stuff, you know, you really have to think even further than before.
Yeah, and that was pretty cool. I like that. I like that fact where it was top down most part, and then the puzzles where you have to go around things. It was a different, and I like how the 3D slider even worked on this game. And I don't know. I felt like it was creative enough, and then renting the items was pretty of a neat idea where you can buy them eventually and then rent them. And again, I guess they
Yeah,
gave you
like buying
freedom.
items first. I mean, renting should be with that, you know.
Yeah, but then you did need a lot. You needed a lot of rubies to even rent and buy them, which is it forced you to actually use rubies and yeah.
Yeah, the money system
Yeah,
or the economy system. I thought that was a pain.
yeah, because I know in some games I feel like in old Zelda games like the rubies sometimes were an afterthought, and I like in this one was like I remember
Yeah, but
every
with the
single one that I
rupees, you know,
got I'm saving. I'm like I'm saving it.
it's a one item buy all. You know, you got rupees, you
Hmm.
buy your arrows. You know,
Exactly.
shoot,
Yeah.
you just had to need certain requirements.
Yeah. You just noticed them Windscar the
Just
gifts
to
that I have.
buy.
But overall, though, yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. Like, I get you. Obviously the next big one is Skyward Sword. I mean, Breath of the Wild. But
Yeah,
right up to this point, though, like if you go look at it, yeah, like for I guess for Nintendo being always handholdy, they're like, nope, you can go almost any dungeon right
I
after.
don't
I think
remember
right after
any
the
Zelda game being really handholdy outside of maybe start of Skyward Sword,
well, more
though.
linear. You know what I mean? Like where you had to do it in certain
Right.
order. They hadn't done it in so long. That's what I meant to say. Up until this point, that's why people were like, okay, we can go. I guess since I guess a Link to the Past, we hadn't been able to go back. Just kind of go wherever we wanted. So that's
And
why people.
discovered.
Yeah. So that was just my
But yeah,
thing. Yeah.
I probably put it at B,
Oh, you would put it at B. Oh,
maybe.
I would put it at an S one, over all the like for sure over the original. Yeah, I would.
I was talking about Link Between Worlds.
Yeah, no, I would put it
Yeah,
at S. For me, I would put it at S. But you would put it at A?
A or B. I mean, I wasn't
B
like I
for
said. It
sure?
was
No.
just
For
too.
me, B, no. A for sure, yes. But yeah.
It was just too different. A little bit too different for my taste. If that makes sense.
I get you, but for me, it's like I think it just made sense. I don't know. It's just so cool to go in to go in the wall. I don't know. It just made sense. I don't know. It was cool. But yeah, I mean, what do you think? A? If do we agree on at least an
A
A?
sounds good.
Okay. Yeah. And
Okay, now
again,
we're
yeah.
going to the title that is. What can I say about
Oh yeah, we can just kind of
Breath
quick.
of the Wild?
Did you
Oh,
ever play Triforce Heroes? We can just kind of skip this one kind of quickly.
Triforce. Was that the remake of the Four Swords
No,
or
so
the sequel?
no. This is watch. I have this game. Hey, Windscar. No, I would be a terrible Link voice actor. Nope, I would sound so bad. um, no, so Triforce Heroes is literally just you play as three different links instead of four. This was an online only game for the most part. You can play single player with your two other CPUs. You can like control them. You can switch between them. And you do this totem pole
Uh,
thing where you go on top of each other. Like you kind of like go on.
it's if it's online only, it's something I missed because
I mean,
it's
Sorry, not on only, mainly online, but you can play a single player. You have three total of three different colored links, and you like go on top of each other. Like you kind of like
Right. It's
yeah,
kind of like Four Swords, but
kinda
not
yeah,
really.
yeah. So this one got a lot of hate. I got it, and I was able to play half of the game online with people because not a lot of people bought this game. It was you can play it single player, but other than that,
I think
yeah.
it got lost because it
Oh
looked
yeah,
too
big
much
time.
like Four Swords.
Yep, it got
Because
lost
that,
big time.
yeah, Four Swords. But yeah, I probably C maybe.
Oh yeah, that's where I put it. Yeah, I put it at a C. But if you guys aren't obviously if you guys aren't gonna play it, yeah, Piplup, look up the bosses. Again, great boss fights in this game. Very memorable. If you look them up, it's really cool. So I say look them up if you've never even like seen what this game's about. Really, really good bosses. And yes,
So
Winscar earlier, the links. What is it? The what's it called? The links crossbow training. I know it's a side one, but I've always wanted to play it. The crossbow training one. All right, so next, yeah, the big one, Breath of
Breath,
the Wild.
Breath of the Wild,
What
the
would you
biggest
give it?
snap of all the Zelda games.
What would you give
People
this?
come.
Because I have a controversial take on this one, but what would you give it?
I love Skyrim.
Oh, and you know
So
what?
that's
Yeah.
gonna.
Go ahead.
This is the Skyrim version of Zelda.
And I never played Skyrim because I'm not into open world games like that. So that's why
Yeah,
my score is gonna be
so
way lower than yours.
a S or high A?
I say this is an A, not an S, and I'm coming from like one who like up to this point I played every Zelda game, even though I didn't beat the original ones. I played them, and I'm like even
Well,
I
yeah,
yeah.
to me, it has more to do with Elder Scrolls and those. I do love those open world games,
Right, okay.
And Breath of the Wild is one of the best ones that does, open world wise, is one of the best ones that does what it does great.
Right, right. And okay, cool, cool. And did you play day one? Did you play day
Yeah,
one?
I'm looking at it from that, you know,
From that
point of
perspective?
view.
Okay, okay. That's a good way of looking at it
So, so,
because,
so
yeah.
it's not like a traditional Zelda game. Like you're not going to be doing 8 dungeons
Yep,
and
exactly.
try. You're just wandering around, finding clothes to stay warm for the winter. Uh, you could not follow the main storyline and not even know there is a story.
That is
Once you
true.
wake up, you just wake up and you're like, you gotta figure stuff out yourself.
That is true, yeah.
And that's
Imagine.
what Skyrim did. Yeah, going back to Skyrim, and
Mhm.
that's what Skyrim did. It just drops you in this open world, and you have to figure it out yourself. It's
Yeah, and it was funny because up to that point, I heard of Skyrim, but I had never like me. I had because I was all just Nintendo and stuff. I'm like I didn't care to even play it, but I would see
right, right.
Skyrim back in the day. I would see
Like I said,
Skyrim and it looked bland to me just by looking at screenshots.
I'm
I'm like,
not
it looked
comparing it to
bland, but I get it though.
Skyrim is 2011, so
Mm.
it's graphic wise it's dated, but I'm talking about the gameplay
Yeah,
of
and
Breath
that's
of
what
the
I've
Wild
heard too.
versus
Yeah, and even just hearing about Skyward, I knew it was open world, but back then I guess I wasn't into open world like, and I still am not like that. But I just kept hearing
Right,
it
I'm
compared
not
to it. So,
criticizing you for hating open. It takes
oh
a
yeah, yeah,
certain kind of like if you were going to stream Breath of the Wild, you're not going to be able to do it in a couple of hours.
oh yeah,
It's going to
exactly.
be a year long process.
Yeah, and I like that you mentioned the whole Skyward thing because again, a lot of people always compared it. That's when I heard, but I think this was probably up to this point. I had Zelda Breath of the Wild was my third only open world game at that time because I just didn't really care for them. But that's cool. And then Piplup said that's a Breath of the Wild is a close masterpiece for him. He put over 1,000 hours. Nice. Hello, Chaos.
Yeah,
Welcome
it's a game.
in.
Yeah, like I said, it's a game that you can put 1,000 hours in. It's a big game. So
And then okay, so you played it day one. You said right?
me, yeah,
Me too.
Not day one. It was hard to get a Switch. I had the Breath of the Wild before I had a Switch.
Oh, you know, a lot of people did that.
We
Okay.
A Switch was hard to get your hands on, so I just at that time, so I had to order a Switch from Amazon,
Oh, okay.
and even then that took forever because Switches were out of stock.
And you know what? Surprisingly, for whatever reason, I get mine like day one or within the week. I don't remember. I just remember getting it both at the same time. But
But yeah, I
yeah.
got Breath of the Wild, maybe or not got, but I played it. How about that?
Right, right. You played
Uh,
it.
Maybe 3 weeks after I bought it, when my Switch finally showed up.
Oh, okay. I mean, hey, you got it still like within
You
the
know,
same
it's
year at least, right? At least the same year. So
yeah, the same year, and I loved it. It's one I don't do gameplay footage of because, again, it's going to be like a 2 hours of not doing anything, just walking around.
and
Sorry, walking around.
you know what's
You know,
funny? Like I'm thinking of just playing. I think mainly Tears of the Kingdom, just because there's so many side missions I haven't like gone back to, just as a chill stream. Just be like, I'm just gonna see what I find. Especially now that it runs at 60 on the Switch 2 and it looks cleaner, I'm gonna do that because I literally haven't touched both of these games since the Switch 2, versions came out. So I want to see how it looks and plays on my TV and stuff. So I'll do that. But
so I figured the last one would be Tears of the Kingdom, right?
yep. And before we get there though,
No, 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 no. Zelda had her own game. I
oh yeah,
forget
Echoes of
that.
Wisdom. Yeah, that's the last
Yeah,
one.
we
Echoes of
gotta do
Wisdom.
Echoes of Wisdom.
But before we get there, imagine you guys. Yes, for me, Breath of the Wild is a D tier. You guys, just kidding.
D.
Just kidding though. Yeah, I would put it at an A. You guys, I would put it at an A.
I,
I'm not putting this at
S.
S though. S is too high for this, and I still need to give my reasons why. But for me, it's an A.
So, what's your reasons for not making it an S outside of open world?
So I remember. Okay, so I remember playing this game, and I remember I'm like, man, I'm excited. You start off really cool. You go into open world. Looked amazing, and it took me a good 5 hours for me to, you get into the village, Kakariko Village, and you know how there's no music. You know how you're used to like Zelda music everywhere. I'm like, where's the music? And then,
Right.
as I'm playing it, like obviously you can get to do whatever you want. It took me like maybe 5 hours to tell myself, okay, this is what Zelda needed, even though there's a lot of missing elements, like temples and things like that, to finally like tell myself, okay, I'm liking it, but this isn't, what Zelda, what the old Zelda formula is. But it needed it
Well,
because Skyward Sword, was the thing that people, like I said, people wanted
Skyward
something
Sword
new.
was too safe,
Yeah,
and
too
so
safe.
to you, Skyward Sword was too safe, but
Hmm.
Breath of the Wild was not was too
It was a little
off the
too,
mark.
yeah, it was just a little bit. But then, like I said, as I think I probably put in a good 10 hours when I was like really like, oh man, I'm really liking it now. Do you know what I mean? It took me like time to be,
Right.
yeah, to for the whole like sense of wonder, I guess, to like I really like discovering caves and just new villages. And yeah, there was a lack of bosses and things like that, but the enemies, what were those spiders called, the guardians, were really intimidating. Like the first, what, 10 hours were like, I hated hearing the
Right.
sound. And also they actually did it. They actually made a Zelda game actually like hard, and that was a complaint for years, that enemies did like literally no damage to you back in old games. That was a good deal. That was a big deal
Oh,
because you can
but
get one shotted. That was crazy. Back you could
yeah,
rarely
Zelda
get good.
One.
Yeah.
I remember Zelda One was hard.
No, what I meant to say, like in after Zelda One, it literally like
I
maybe,
mean, you
yeah.
died like 1,000 times in Ocarina of Time against the Ganon boss. You were getting.
Yeah, yeah, but you know what I mean. That I was rushing it. Do you know what I mean? I was rushing it. But like even what
I'm
like I
just
said,
saying,
like yeah.
I never thought any Zelda game was too easy. I mean, there's difficult levels depending on
Yeah.
game to game, but
But
I
what I
never
meant
thought it was
was
like
like the enemy damage. If you ever look up a lot of I remember like even like in magazines and stuff, and like the enemies obviously, like for example, there was always the whole um certain like bosses, even Ocarina of Time, like the spider, sometimes what, four jumps with Link and that's it. You know that you would kill,
Right.
and so it was that type of thing where like enemies just either were too easy to kill in like what 2 3 hits type of thing, and it was always a complaint in old games where enemies barely did damage to you, especially in the newer ones.
But at the same time, Ocarina of Time did have some tough bosses. So
Yeah, yeah, they did. Yeah, but
yeah, I
over,
mean, I'm
yeah.
not going to use that spider as the benchmark
Oh no, not
for
even the
Ocarina of
spider
Time.
though. No, not even the spider. But do you remember
Well,
even the
yeah,
moblin, even the basic moblins, if they would jump at you, it was like a one shot. So
right.
what I'm saying, like difficulty wise, they finally like made it to where you have to be cautious now. Even in the very beginning, which was hadn't been seen done like been done in a long time. Cause Skyward Sword, I rarely died in that game. What
Right.
else? Even Twilight Princess, I remember that fire boss, the Virus, whatever boss, like he barely did any, like they did half a heart damage. It was like those modern, like even in Wind
Right.
Waker, they
I
barely
get
did
it.
damage.
They're not
Yeah.
world-ending power moves, I guess, or
Yeah.
hits.
Because I do clearly remember Wind Waker, like they do half a, what is it, half a heart attack. It's like, what? Like they barely did damage. So in this game, I remember people were saying like, "Oh wow, I'm actually like this game's actually hard. You have to like be cautious this time." Because I remember getting one
And
shotted in the
weapons
beginning.
broke.
I remember getting one shot in the beginning in this game. I'm like, oh okay. So I like it forced you to play a little bit, more strategic, which I liked in this game. But yeah, like overall, I like the game after hours of playing it. Where like, okay, I like the what would you call it, the nature sounds and things like that. I hate
Right.
it. Did get annoying when it rained trying to climb the mountain. That was like every few minutes. That was
Yeah, you
stupid.
needed some good food for that.
Yeah, and I hate
Oh yeah, they
I
had the
hate
cooking.
crafting. I hate crafting
Yeah, the
in
cooking.
games. So this one I
Well,
like
open
that it wasn't
world.
overdone. It wasn't overdone. But
It's an open world game. You need to make stuff.
yeah, and exactly. And me, I'm like, okay, it wasn't overdone. So I'm like, okay, it was all right. But I usually hate crafting in games. And yes, Piplup, the Guardian and the Lionel that would kill you was scary too. The first Lionel ever, that was a good test right there. Yeah. But overall, I liked it towards the
Yeah,
end.
yeah,
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild did up its damn. Yeah, but you're right. It did. You had bosses that can take Link out in a hit.
Yeah, yeah, and like I said, I'm comparing it to Wind Waker, Twilight
and all
Princess, and
and
Skyward Sword. Those three barely did damage to. That's what I meant. Yeah, those three. Yeah,
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 I get that.
yeah.
You had not bosses, but the common goons.
Exactly. And again, even within those three games, Zelda games take 3, 4, 5 years in between. So it was like a long span of time where people wanted a hard Zelda game, and we finally got it. Like that.
Right.
In those terms, but.
And the map added X marks on all the places you died. That was like, I look at the
Oh,
map and I'll be like, wow, I died that many times.
right? Exactly. And again, overall, yeah, those, what do you call those guardian, quote unquote, temple, like they were all
Right.
right. I like the cutscenes, and I guess the disconnected story people hated.
Oh
I
yeah, they
get it though.
also
I get it.
yeah, when the game first came out and we saw like Zelda, they called her Thick Zelda
Oh
because of her
yeah,
design.
she was pretty thick. That is funny. I completely forgot about
So
that.
so yeah, she was probably the most thick of all the Zeldas we had. At that point, each Zelda is different since they're all the spirit of the goddess. Zelda.
Yeah. Like
And
I like the voice acting. At first I didn't like her voice acting. She sounded too timid. I don't know. There was something about her, but it grew on me. But at the overall voice acting with the Guardians, they were really good. I like them. I like the Guardian, all the people. What do you call them? The
uh,
what are they called? But I like do the Gerudo women. What's her name? I can't think of their names right now. But all of them had good voice acting in general. It was really, even though the cutscenes were all
yeah,
over the
well,
place.
this
But
was the first Zelda game with voice acting, right? I mean,
yeah, and they nailed
Skyward
it.
Sword
Yeah,
had no voice acting
yeah,
outside of a yeah
exactly. Yeah,
and a which doesn't count, or hey listen.
I know, right?
Yeah, this was the first one with an actual voice. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, so like yeah, the everyone else like their voice acting was really good. And hello, Geo. No, I haven't seen your post, but welcome back. Oh, something happened to your computer, Geo. No. Something about reinstalling your computer stuff, Geo?
So,
Yes,
so
chaos.
what do you think of Echoes of Wisdom now?
Oh yeah, so
Since
you know
it's
what?
fun.
We can actually kind of fly through Tears of the Kingdom because it's kind of similar. I put it in a high
Yeah,
A. I actually put
I'll
this.
put Tears of the Kingdom in A2.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Breath of the Wild point two,
Yep. And I like it a little bit better.
but it's not as good. To me, it's not as good, but it's still good, but not as good as Breath of the Wild. But I put it as an A. I'll agree with A.
And did you play day one? And yes, Piplup Urbosa. There you go. Rivali, Mifa, and Daruk. Yeah, those had good voice acting. Yes, Chaos. Yeah, the Gerudo women. Yes, they were thick. But yeah, what do you think? So,
Yeah,
what do you think about
Breath
this
of the
game?
Wild
Yeah,
liked.
did it
Breath
fix
of the Wild
things?
had some sexy women in that one.
Yep. Now, what do you think? Did Tears of the Kingdom fix things for you when you played it? I feel like it fixed some things and made some things like more.
Well,
What do you think?
fix is kind of a point of view. I mean, it did
Yeah,
things
true.
differently.
Yeah, exactly. Different.
You had more where the first game was, I guess, a more bare land. If that makes sense.
I
Here you
get
kind
you.
of had a city that, or not a city, but a populations regrowing their cities, so to speak.
Right, right. That was a
Right,
cool idea.
you're getting the start of civilization back with Tears of the Kingdom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, city wise, I think Tears of the Kingdom fixed that, but Breath of the Wild wasn't meant to be civilization. It was meant to be wild. You're out there in a deserted land trying to rebuild what was lost.
Right, exactly. And
And Tears of the Kingdom was that hard work, and you got to see the beginning of that with the start of civilization again.
true, true. Now, gameplay wise, what like okay, so for me, when I played Tears of the Kingdom, I'm all like, yes, they added dungeons. You know what I mean? Like I like so like I
Yeah,
okay.
it's more traditional Zelda than Breath of the Wild. Like you'll get your dungeons and your dungeon bosses and all that. They brought that back. So
Yeah, and then before, yeah, I forgot to mention. So right at the end of when I beat Breath of the Wild, I'm all like, okay, I liked what I played, and I told myself now from here, Nintendo needs to add on the elements that were missing. Do you know what I mean? And this is where I'm like, oh, this is what I liked about Tears of the Kingdom. You know, they added traditional dungeons. They added more enemies, variety, more. I like the traditional bosses and now more overworld bosses. But I agree with you, Piplup too, where they also kind of did a little bit too much. Was I know the three tiers, the sky, ground, and underground. It was overwhelming too. There was so much. You know what I mean? That it was a little too much. I'm like, the grind was there too. I get it, Piplup. What do you think about the? I like the underground. It was very creepy. I do like when you land in there, the music changes and everything. So I do like the discovery in like every part. But what do you think about that?
right,
Yeah,
it was interesting.
I
So
felt
yeah,
yeah, Mhm.
Tears of the Kingdom is an A.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild's an A. I guess we're going to.
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of rushing it
Oh yeah,
because we're
yeah.
at 5:52.
Oh yeah, because you need to go. Yes, because you need to go eat. Yes, yes. So yeah, Echoes of
Yeah, it is on
Wisdom.
some late. So we're going to end with the Echoes of Wisdom,
Yep.
which you played with. You did a gameplay on.
Oh yeah, you never touched this game, right? I actually give it a high
It's still
A.
wrapped up It's still wrapped up. I'll get to it.
Oh okay. Yeah, I mean,
But
I
I seen you
yeah.
play on it.
Yeah, I really like this game. I really this game's a good one. If you guys haven't played it, it's a mix of Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, and a traditional Zelda game, like all mixed into one, like a
Yeah,
top-down game.
they
So
also reused the Link's Awakening. And when I saw you doing those puzzles, I was like, I was kind of helping you out, even though I never played it, because I was like, wow, these puzzles are just like the ones from or Oracle of Ages.
yeah, I remember when I was
You,
streaming it,
you
you
know,
were like, "Oh yeah, this sounds looks familiar." Yeah, and they brought a lot
yeah,
of
the
yeah,
puzzles. Yeah, when you played a lot of the 2D games that I did, familiar ground will pop up in your head like that,
yeah,
you need to, like that the bed, like when you got the bed, I was like, you may need to make a bridge of the beds to reach that item,
yeah, yeah, exactly.
because
And
that's something a 2D Zelda game would do, and so that's what that. I'll give that an A.
yeah, I was surprised how much I liked it. Like they did references to Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. So if you guys play you guys are gonna have fun with it. It's a really good one. Hello, Ronan. But yeah, you let me know
I
if you
was
have. Yeah.
upset. There was a part where they just called him the hero or the swordsman at the start. I'm like, yeah, he's not gonna have a name.
Yeah. Right.
And
Yeah.
then they just called him Link. Like the sword says Link, and I was like, well, there goes that.
There goes that. But yeah, if you see it all the way played all the way through, I feel like you're really gonna enjoy it, Joshua. Like you'll see how it like it's so good, so good. Some parts were tedious and some parts were like, well, like there's so many ways of figuring things out, which was I figured out way after the fact. Or like, really, I could have done this the easier way. I'll check up on the chat Geo in a bit because we're doing a collab. So I'll check up in the chat before I end the stream. And yeah, hello
Yeah,
Ronan.
it's good. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of rushing through. It's
Yeah,
dinner time right
yeah,
now.
because I know
So,
it's your dinner time. Yeah,
it's a family thing, so they're kind of
yeah.
upset.
Yeah, I don't want to keep you going. So yeah, if you wanna do want to say anything else before you have to take off, and I'll make sure I'm gonna raid. Is if Chaos is live, I'm gonna raid him, and I'll make sure if you want to be in his, I'll put your
Well,
link in
I'm
there.
not going to be at Chaos's raid because I kind of need to get going
Yeah,
right
yeah,
about
no,
now.
I'll put in your command because I'm a mod on his thing. I'll put in your link in there.
But yeah,
Yeah,
like I said, I'll end it with an A for the
for Echoes of Wisdom.
Echoes
Okay.
of Wisdom.
So yeah,
I'll
this
see
was
you
fun.
later.
Yeah, see you later, Joshua. Thank you for joining us, and yeah, thank you so much. It was fun.
You too.
Bye.
How do I get out of chat?
You hit the home button. If you hit the home button, I mean, sorry, the chat
Oh,
button. Yeah, there's a little arrow that says leave chat.
okay,
Yeah.
I see.
All right. Yeah, I'll be on
Close.
here for like a few minutes and then we'll raid. But yeah, thank you, Joshua. This was a fun idea.
Okay, have
See
a
you
good
later.
day.
Have a good one. Bye.
We'll probably come up with something later. New
Oh yeah,
later, I
for sure. We'll come
guess.
up with something. That'll be fun. Yeah.
Good day.
Yeah. Later. Good one. Have a good one. All right. So let me catch up on the chat, you guys, before I like go over what we did. Let's see. What did Geo say? So Geo, has anyone seen a show called Hero X? Never heard of it, Geo. What is that about? Can I wait for you to do Monster Hunter tier list? Hey, you know what, Ronan? I'm down to do a Monster Hunter. I'm down to do one, Ronan. Even though I haven't played a lot of them, you can fill in the gaps for all the ones that you've played. That'll be a fun one, Ronan. Yeah, Piplup, it was fun. Yeah, thank you, Griffin. Not to be, wait, no, to be Hero X. No, never heard of it, Geo. So Jigsaw, is he already live playing Resident Evil 6 with his sister? Is he live? And I'll check right now. Let me. Yeah, we'll double check, Carlos. If I happen to be live streaming on your birthday, Carlos, we can try to raid someone if they're live on their birthday. All right, let me put up his command real quick. Hold on, I'll check it right now. All right, Ronan, that'll be fun. So quickly, I'm gonna go over the list, you guys. So we kind of compromised on this list, but if you guys didn't know, I made a Zelda tier list, I think 2 years ago. So if you guys want to check it out, it's on my channel. But what I'm going to do is re upload my old list with adding Echoes of Wisdom in there. And I'm also going to add a bit of, bits and pieces of gameplay from like trailers of like, when they drop them on YouTube, just to kind of make things interesting, just like I re-uploaded the Mario tier list that I did after me and P Shooter did the live stream for the Mario games. So yeah, these are only mainline Zelda games. Yeah, because my list is for the most part completely different from this one. So this was me and Joshua's, So if you guys haven't checked out Joshua, this is his YouTube channel. He's not able to stream because of his, I think his internet and where he lives. So that's why he only does premieres and uploads on his channel. So check him out. This is Joshua's channel. He goes, yeah. Hello, Benny. How are you doing? How's it going, Benny? That is the super duper short version. Okay, let's see. It's so difficult to explain, but a short version is a superhero anime that juggles multiple fun and interesting characters in an amazing way. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to look up a trailer, Geo. If you wanna put in a trailer, I'll look it up. Yeah, let me see if Chaos is live, you guys. Hold on. Let's see if he's live. Oh, yeah, you guys. Chaos is live. Let's go. Yeah, he's live right now. So you know what? We're going to raid Chaos in a little bit, you guys. We're going to raid him. Yes, put it in the chat and I'll look it up. Sounds interesting, Gio. Glad you've been great, Benny. Glad you've been great. Let's see. Who else? So, yeah. Let me see. So yeah, this was fun, especially now that we're getting the 40th anniversary this year of Zelda. This was a fun one to do. All right, Gio. And I'll probably look it up way after, maybe later during the day. All right, I'll try. I'll watch them all. Thank you so much for lurking, Doom. I appreciate it. I appreciate the lurk. Yeah, this was a fun talk. We could have gone for more hours, but he had to go eat dinner, you guys. So that's why we timed this stream super early in advance. So yeah, Myth. So we're about to end the stream. Gio's gonna share a few links to one of his anime that he's talking about. But we're going to raid Chaos Dragon. He is playing Resident Evil 6 with his sister, and it's a really funny their commentary is hilarious, you guys. So then the truth, why do you have a YouTube? Oh, YouTube Shorts on Thursday? Yeah, it's very random, Carlos, huh? All right, I'll check them out. Thank you, Gio. I'll check them out. I appreciate it. So yeah, this was our tier list, you guys. Stay tuned. Maybe in the next couple of weeks, highly recommend the English dub on Crunchyroll. All right, all right. Yeah, maybe in the next, maybe, I don't know, maybe by next month or something, I'll re-upload and re-edit my old video, my old tier list for Zelda, and make it a lot longer and do it as a premiere. That'll be fun. You block bubbles for shapeshifting is crazy. But yeah, you guys, if you want to go in on a Lens, raid, Chaos Dragon is live, you guys. So let me get his channel right here. And yeah, just click on that link and just make sure, you guys, to hit his like button and don't sub and unsub because that does help hurt people's channels. But if you want to sub, consider subscribing to his channel. But at least hitting the like button does help out, you guys. But yeah, bye, Carlos. See you later. I might do a late night stream with Metroid Other M, you guys, at night. It'll be a late one. That's the next retro game that I want to finally complete. So I might play Metroid Other M and I hook up my Wii U again. So yeah, see you later, Myth, Griffin, Geo, Carlos, Doom. I know Winscar was in here, Benny. Who else was in here? Ronan, Piplup, if you're still in here. Who else? Who else was in here earlier? And Jigsaw, thank you so much for being on the vertical side of things, Jigsaw. Oh, thank you for subbing to Joshua Jigsaw. I appreciate it. Have a good night, Rouster. Thank you so much for your raid again. And Scott, see you later. Enjoy your dinner. I'm actually about to go eat something too. But yeah, bye guys. It was fun. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and Joshua. So yeah, here is Chaos's channel. If you guys want to, just click on that link. And yeah, let's go in on the lens raid, you guys. Yeah, he doesn't have the redirect thing on, so you will have to click the link. But yeah, bye guys. Let's go. See you guys later. Oh yeah, you know what? It'll be, let me see. Lens and Joshua raid. Yeah, Lens and Joshua raid. But yeah, bye guys. Have a good day. See you guys later tonight.
I'm playing some Resident Evil 6. All right, sis, it's gonna get tight. You gave me a like, appreciate it.
Hmm?
I was saying, get ready.